December 2017 and has been stationed in Japan, San Diego, and Cuba. She is currently stationed at the Navy Reserve Center in Bremerton. Please welcome Petty Officer First Class Jennifer Diaz. Singing the Star-Spangled Banner, please welcome our anthem singer, Tommy Burton.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. Ere the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
We're back inside of Pleadge Arena alongside Al Kaniski. I am Everett Fitzhugh. You have been listening to the pregame show served up by Frost Brew Coors Light on the Global Credit Union Kraken Audio Network. Also want to welcome those of you listening coast to coast across North America on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio, Channel 91. Kings have won back-to-back games, outscoring their competition 10-2 in that time. Meanwhile, the Kraken have dropped 5 in a row in regulation, 0-5-1 overall in their last 6, trying to get back in the win column here tonight. Seattle tossing out McCann, Beniers, Eberle up front, the law firm of Dunn and Larson. On defense, Joey Decourt. Between the pipes, it'll be LaFerriere, Kopitar, and Kempe to start for the Kings. Mikey Anderson, Drew Doughty will walk the line, kicking the net. Anton Forsberg, opening faceoff powered by your Western Washington Toyota dealers. Visit buyatoyota.com today. Toyota, let's go places.
Seattle has to have a good start here tonight.
Kraken in those home blues, going left to right across your radio dial. Underway from CPA. Face-off one quick by Seattle. They'll pump it into the offensive zone. Swung up to the far side, gotten out to center, where it's played here by Adrian Kempe. Kempe gives it up to Kopitar, who's stepped in front of by Jared McCann. LaFerriere picks it back up. Kempe fires it on goal. It's turned aside by Decourt on the left wing circle. Seattle sends it up the ice. Icing here waved off. Mikey Anderson moves it around the boards. Far side for Doughty. Up the near wall for LaFerriere. Alex LaFerriere tried to flick it between the legs of Brandon Montour. Kings resetting. To the line now, Joel Edmondson shot tipped wide by Quinton Byfield. Joel Armia there for Los Angeles. Quinton Byfield hit off the puck by Ryan Lindgren. Mason Marshment in there as well for Seattle. Here come the Kraken left to right through center. Chandler Stevenson, right side Montour, chips it off the inboards. Mason Marshment puts it back to the goal from the goal line. That turned away. Seattle resets up top. Tolvanen to Montour. His right point shot blocked on the way through by Brant Clark. Now Mason Marshment behind the goal. Threw it out in front. It was intercepted by Kevin Fiala. And away come the LA Kings. Joel Armia is in. Quinton Byfield goes offside and play will stop.
Yeah, a couple good opportunities down the LA end of the ice. Mason Marchment with the last one. Thought he had Chandler Stevenson out front. Fed the puck out there, but missed him completely. And he knew it too as he smashed his stick on the glass in anger after missing that pass.
18:44 left here in the first period. One shot in the game belongs to LA. Face-off one back by the Kings, sent in by former Kraken Brian Dumoulin. Joey Decourt out to play it. Capo Caco taps it back to the red line. Now Shane Wright brings it up the right side. Wright shoots, turned aside by Anton Forsberg. Yanni Newman trailing the play. Couldn't find the rebound. Here's Newman, right corner. Near circle, Alexiak shot off the skate of Warren Foegele. He's the one who broke his stick. Seattle saves the puck. Capo Caco, left side, down the corner. Alexiak looks out in front. Moore couldn't pick it up. Now Riker Evans on the right side. Rink wide across for Alexiak. Jamie Alexiak here for Evans again. That shot blocker down by Anton Forsberg. And Jeff Malott takes it away from the Kings. He'll one-hand this down the right side, and Seattle picks it up in their own end.
Tough shift for Foegele. Broke his stick and then lost a steal out of his skate. Had to crawl all the way to the bench.
That was darn near an army crawl he was doing from pretty much the right circle all the way across to the LA Kings player bench. Alex Turcotte to center. Kings back in. Long range right point shot from Corey Perry. Glove down and held by Joey Decore.
Jamie Alexiak doing a good job holding up that traffic to the net, not letting Jeff Malott get to Joey Decore's crease in front.
It was Alexiak's shot that popped the steal of Warren Foegele out of his skate.
I was surprised he wasn't using the blade that did work on his foot to help shove him across the ice. He was just using his knuckles.
Well, and you see a lot of guys who lose their steal. They try to skate 1 foot off the ice. They'll try to get pushed by a player, and he decided to go the toddler scoot on your knuckles across the ice. Ben Myers leads the rush out for Seattle. Freddie Gaudreau to the right circle. Gaudreau near wing, and he'll toss it back behind the cage. Centering pass in front as Myers couldn't get there in time. Now the Kings will send this up the far side. Jeff Malott, new steal, will send it up the ice and played here by Vince Dunn. 3 minutes gone here in this first period. No score between Seattle and the LA Kings. Brandon Montour through the logo at center. Chips it into the far corner, rimmed around the boards as Jordan Eberle will punch it back far side. Adrian Kempe plays it off the wall. Now for Kopitar, left wing in for LaFerriere. He'll toss it behind Decord, who comes out to play it to the far corner. Ryan Lindgren forced off the puck by LaFerriere, taken here by Kempe. Left point Edmondson. Rink wide, Brandt Clark fires, that's tipped wide of the goal by Andrei Kopitar. Kopitar near corner, Matty Beniers all over him. Seattle takes possession. Jordan Eberle scoops it up the near wall. Matty Beniers trying to feed it back for Lindgren. It deflected off of Kopitar's stick and played back in, carried up the ice for Brandt Clark. Seattle one more time from their defensive zone with 16:10 to play in the first. Montour will stop behind his own net and await the line change. Montour begins the breakout. Here comes Chandler Stevenson. Skating his way to the offensive zone. Stevenson to the right corner. Goes around Brian Dumoulin. Puck played right corner. Mason Marchment in there as well for Seattle. Ellie Tolvanen down low also for the Kraken. Shots tied at 2. Puck comes out. Kevin Fiala skates it up the left side for the Kings. Now Fiala hands it off. Joel Armia shooting. And that deflected off the high glass by Vince Dunn. Kept in play. Here comes a broken 3-on-2 back for Seattle. Tolvanen left side for Dunn. That pass too hot to handle. And the Kings regain possession. Los Angeles up the near side. Kevin Fiala for Byfield. Left wing. He'll drive this around the kick plate. Vince Dunn. Far half wall. Misplayed the puck. Armia knocks it down. Joel Armia. Left side. Anderson fakes the shot. Now puts it off the shin pad of Ellie Tolvanen. He'll tie it up in the near corner. Collected here by Foegele, trying to work his way toward the goal. And that'll slip off his tape. Joey Decord will cover it up and hold on for the whistle. 15:05 left in this first period. No score.
Great recognition there of Joey Decord. Some puck work in the corner there by both the Kraken and the Kings. But he wants to reset here, give his team a chance to get 5 fresh on the ice. So he covers it up for the whistle. Face-off will be to his right.
It'll be Gaudreau and Deneau in the face-off circle. Seattle defensive zone draw, left wing on the near side. One back clean by the Kings. Here's Doughty, left wing. Doughty had a shot blocked by Ryan Winterton, taken by Ben Myers. Here's Myers, right side, back to Winterton near circle. Ryan Winterton on his backhand of the line for Alexiak. Sends it across. Larson, a one-timer. That one turned aside by Anton Forsberg, and we're going to have a penalty called here on Los Angeles. Kraken going to go to the game's first power play.
Hey, LA's got a minor trip.
Wes McCauley.
I love his style. I love his style.
I got to finish my wrap-up quicker there. Kraken Power Play presented by Muckleshoot Casino Resort. Voted best casino resort in the Pacific Northwest.
Drew Doughty sitting 2 minutes for a trip there. Seattle's power play at 17.5%, 22nd in the league, scoring on 14 of 80, and the penalty kill for the Kings, 80.4%, 17th in the league, killing off 74 of 92.
Kraken have got a power play in 2 of their last 3 games after a 4-game drought. Trying to take an early lead here in this one. 14:47 to play in the first. Face-off won by Seattle. Here's Dunn. Center point. He'll throw this off to the right wing corner near side. Beniers behind for Eberle. Up the kick plate, left half wall for McCann. Back behind for Eberle. And McCann once again. Blue line for Dunn. Tried to fire it on, but it was blocked by Anze Kopitar as he'll skip this back down the ice. LA turns off for a partial. Plenty of time, 95 seconds to go on this Kraken power play. First power play for either side this game. Here comes Eberle through the middle. Chandler Stevenson over the blue line, but Seattle gets trapped offside as both Dunn and Beniers fell to their backside, and the faceoff comes out to neutral.
Well, it's unfortunate, too, because Chandler Stevenson had a head of steam. Lots of times you see on the power play, the puck carrier try and cross that blue line and then get set up. But I think in that case, Stevenson had a line to the net he was thinking about had that not been offside.
Chandler Stevenson, far face-off dot. One back to Vince Dunn, in for Eberle. Up to the near side now for Beniers. Matty Beniers will one-hand it in behind Anton Forsberg. Kept on side now by Vince Dunn, but he'll flip this up the wall, deflecting off the glass and out of play.
Yeah, Dunn just trying to flip that puck down low. He couldn't go straight down the boards because it would have been picked off, so he elects to go up off the glass, and it ends up about the 5th row in the corner.
14:01 to go here in the period. Minute 15 left on the Kraken power play. Kings power play coming into the PK rather coming in 17th in the NHL. Kraken power play at 22nd. Shane Wright waved out to the right wing face-off dot. Here comes Kaapo Kakko. Kopitar across from him. Kopitar wins it clean. Puck to the right corner. Now played behind the net. And this one scampered down the ice by Brian Dumoulin. Joey Decord stops it. He'll drop it for Brandon Montour, the Kraken. With 60 seconds to go on the power play. Tolvanen near side. Back in for Shane Wright. Wright at the half wall. Down for Tolvanen. Tipped it in front. Kaapo Kakko backhand on. And that's knocked away by Anton Forsberg. To the near corner, Kakko. Kaapo Kakko to the blue line for Montour. And that pass will slide under his tape all the way down on the Joey Decord. Seattle back up to the near blue line. Kings, though, pick it off. 2-on-1, LaFerriere. Deneau fires off the glove of Joey Decord, and now Seattle will carry it up the left wing. Here comes Mason Marchment, 1-on-3 back in. Marchment on the right side, puts on the brakes. He'll survey the scene. Marchment skates into the middle, trying to hand it off. No one was there. Deneau will force him to play it out to the neutral zone. 10 seconds to go on the Seattle Kraken power play. Montour right wing. Rims it around the boards. Here's Ryan Winterton on the far side. Los Angeles takes it. Doughty standing in the box. Power play done for Seattle. Kraken had a couple of opportunities, but could not score first. No shots got through, but they had some good looks. 12:30 left here in this first period. Here come the Kings. Back through neutral ice. Adrian Kempe right side. Shot high over the glove of Joey Decord. Long carom off the near corner glass. And down the ice once again. Brian Dumoulin far side for Clark. And the Kings wrap it back around the boards. Riker Evans for Seattle. Out to Winterton. Ryan Winterton chips it in left corner. Seattle off for a line change. Winterton right side. Evans. He'll walk to the half wall. Near corner is Matty Beniers there for Seattle. Here's Beniers. Left wing corner, hounded by Dumoulin. Eberle comes in to help out. Seattle gets their full line change on the ice. And now the Kings will skip the stone down the ice. We'll have an icing called on LA with 11:48 to play in the first in a scoreless game.
Well, once again, great pressure by that fourth line, specifically Ryan Winterton, who got a great dump in that he got to first, got the puck, fed it out to the point, and a couple body checks out there, exactly what you want your fourth line to do. especially early in this first period. So Seattle gets an offensive zone draw here to try and carry that momentum into the next shift.
3-2, Kraken lead in shots. No score in this one. Offensive zone faceoff here for Seattle. Matty Beniers out there in between Eberle and McCann. Puck tied up off the draw. Far circle. Beniers to the corner for McCann as he'll send a corner shot onto the goal. Gloved down by Anton Forsberg. And we'll head to a timeout. 11:42 left here in the first. No score on the Global Credit Union Kraken Audio Network.
It's Carrie's country. You're just living in it.
You can tell Carrie's in her element. These are her people. This is what she loves to do.
Carrie Underwood's own channel, featuring live performances, brand new music, and never-before-heard stories from the idol-turned-country icon.
You want to hear a variety. You don't want to hear the same songs. You want new things for your ear to gravitate toward.
Travel to Carrie's country anytime. Sirius XM Channel 60.
The NHL is on Sirius XM.
3-on-1. Connor McDavid, right circle, dishes, gets it back and scores.
With your favorite team's calls all season long.
It's a power play goal for Matthew Tkachuk.
The rivalries, the big goals, the moments you wait for. Plus, insiders to bring you closer to the decisions that shape the league.
Commissioner of the NHL, Mr. Gary Bettman.
NHL Network Radio, where the hockey talk never stops. On Sirius XM 91 in the car and the Sirius XM app.
You're listening to Sirius XM. Sirius XM Radio.
MLS, NWSL, the USL, and more covering the beautiful game here at home. American soccer lives on Sirius XM FC 157.
Sirius XM Radio.
Sirius XM, Sirius Radio.
Everett Fitzy, Lau Kaniski back alongside. No score, Kraken Kings. Seattle game 3 of this 3-game homestand. First of 4 on the season between the Kraken and the Kings. They will head down to the City of Angels next week. Kraken will have their final game before the holiday break on the 23rd. I guess 2 weeks from yesterday down in LA. Kings are here on the 13th of April, and Seattle's got one more trip before that on the 4th of February, right before the All-Star break, or the Olympic break, I should say. Have our immediate timeout. Offensive zone draw for the Kraken, one here by the Kings. Warren Foegele dumps it in behind Decord. He'll come out to play it. Philippe Deneau near side. Now Foegele trying to pull it in front. He'll slip off his backhand and roll far corner. Doughty came down the boards, kept it alive for the Kings. On the near goal line, Larson takes it away for Seattle. Scampers it up the boards for Capo Kakko and gets it out to center. Kakko's pass for Shane Wright, picked off by Foegele at the center circle. And Warren Foegele bouncing it back to the Seattle zone. Kings in the midst of a line change. Mikey Anderson will drop back into his own end. 11 minutes to play in the first. Here comes Jeff Malott. Left side against Larson for Seattle. Malott near line. Brian Dumoulin couldn't hold it on side, so he'll pump it down to the corner. And Seattle goes off for a change of their own. Here's Montour trying to feed Freddie Gaudreau, but it was overtaken by Alex Turcotte. Now the Kings bring it back in. Malott behind the net, centering pass in front to Turcotte. And Joey Decord will find it in between a few skates in front. It's covered up and held. And the offensive zone faceoff will come for the Kings.
Well, Ryan Lindgren was posted up in front of the net above the blue paint, and as he turned to take away that pass from behind the net from Malott, his skate turned as well. I think it went off his skate back into Joey Decord's area. He had to be sharp on that.
10:37 to go. Net front presence on both ends of the ice are going to be important tonight for Seattle. Clearing bodies out, but more importantly, getting traffic in front of Anton Forsberg.
Yeah, traffic in front and pucks to that area.
Kings have allowed 2 goals in their last 2 games, outscoring teams 10-2. And they're back-to-back winning streak. 4-2-3 overall, their last 9 coming in. Here come the Kraken back in. Chandler Stevenson lost the handle, but the Kraken near side red line regather. Ellie Tolvanen will slide it in behind Forsberg. He comes out to play it. The Kings D-to-D below their own goal line before sending it up the right side for Kevin Fiala. Here comes Fiala. Left wing for Armia. Joel Armia to the corner. Armia behind the cage. Here's Ryan Lindgren. He'll force it up the far wall. Marchment couldn't hold on to it. Now Quentin Byfield trying to feed it ahead for Kevin Fiala. Puck will miss him. Roll behind Decord. They'll send it ahead near side for Montour. 9:45 left here in the first period. LA Kings find a loose puck at their blue line. Brian Dumoulin left side. Sends it off the far corner wall. Kempe keeps it onside for LA. Here's the Ferrier to the point. Knocked down by Jordan Eberle. Brandon Montour takes the pass. Flips it up to the middle of the ice. But the Kings once again first to the loose puck. Andrei Kopitar skates back into his own end. Near side for Dumoulin. Up the wall of Ferrier. Tapped it ahead, but it was knocked away by Matty Beniers, who in turn returns it to Cody Ceci. Ceci for LA. Near side, Kopitar slaps it around the boards. Held in by Edmondson. Joel Edmondson trying to float it down the wall. Now the Kraken pick it back up. Here comes Beniers. 2-on-1 with Eberle. Beniers shoots. Knocked down by Forsberg. Puck's behind him. He didn't know where it was. And it was right up under his pad. Referee blows the whistle. Matty Beniers a 2-on-1 with Eberle. Thought he had it. We'll go to a timeout on the ice. 8:56 to play in the first. No score on the Global Credit Union Kraken Audio Network.
There's never been a better time to have the Global Credit Card. Apply now for our 1.9% APR introductory offer and get ready to win 1 million reward points during our Million Points Mania giveaway. Starting November 17th, every purchase you make with the Global Credit Card is a chance to win. Use your points for a dream vacation or instant cash off at Walmart, Walgreens, or CVS. The choice is yours. To get started, visit globalcu.org or call 800-525-9094. Terms and conditions apply.
It's Softy back here, and look, I love the Kraken, and some folks love betting on the Kraken, but if betting on sports, including hockey, is getting out of control and you need some help, there's help from my friends at the Evergreen Council on Problem Gambling. Jump on the web at keepitfunwa.org. That's keepitfunwa.org. If your gambling is getting out of hand, they've got the resources to help you out. Keepitfunwa.org. If you bet responsibly, and check out keepitfunwa.org, because hope and help is always a click away.
Hi, it's Mike Holmgren from my friends at Toyota of Kirkland. If you're looking for a Toyota certified used vehicle, stop in and see the championship team at Toyota of Kirkland today. You'll find a huge selection of Toyota certified vehicles with something for everyone and every budget. Plus, they'll pay you top dollar for your trade-in. Toyota of Kirkland does all the little things that exceed your expectations, and that's what makes Toyota of Kirkland so special. Go and experience Toyota of Kirkland in person or shop online at toyotaofkirkland.com.
This is Jaden Schwartz. You're listening to Seattle Kraken Hockey on the Kraken Audio Network.
8:56 left here in the first. No score between the Kings and the Seattle Kraken. Offensive zone faceoff forthcoming for the Kraken.
Seattle had their best opportunity of the period there on that last shift. Beniers and Eberle down on a 2-on-1. And Beniers opting to take the shot. It was a good one.
Face off left circle. Matty Beniers will tie it up. Picked up here by Eberle. Now Jared McCann worked it free for the Kraken. Warren Fogle, though, threw it up top. Beniers holds it in. Eberle, right side, delays. Puck slips off his stick as he got Mikey Anderson to bite on a fake near circle. Warren Fogle takes it away for Los Angeles. Doughty up the near side. In come the offensive zone comes Trevor Moore. To the point, Doughty fires right side. It'll bank off the in wall wide. Seattle sends it out to center. Played by a Kings high stick. Doesn't matter as Eberle will bring it over offside. Matty Beniers knocked it down. Face off coming back out to neutral ice.
Yeah, Matty Beniers dishing it over to Eberle to his right. Eberle mishandling the puck for a second, which sent them offside.
Kraken hit the road for a brief one-game trip. We'll leave tomorrow. The Dad's trip will continue in Utah on Friday. Seattle back home for a Sunday late afternoon 5 o'clock game against the Buffalo Sabres, who had a 3-0 lead last night in Edmonton. They ultimately won that game 4-3 in a shootout. And then the best team in the NHL, the Colorado Avalanche, coming in here on Tuesday before the Kraken head out for a 4-game road trip leading into the holiday break. Seattle will go to Calgary, San Jose, Anaheim, and LA on that trip. So pack accordingly.
Yes.
Here comes Gaudreau in for the Kraken on the left side. Once again, Seattle caught offside, so play will be stopped.
You don't like seeing this. You know,
No.
obviously offsides happen throughout a game, but 2 in a row now for Seattle. You start to think about details, staying on side, you know, matching the speed of your line mates, not giving up a rush opportunity. It can start to add up over the course of the game.
Well, listen, these guys have been working on 3-on-2 rushes, zone entries for years as hockey players. But when you're in a situation like this where you don't have a lot of practice time, it can be hard to get that feel for the puck and for your line mates on a daily basis. Kraken had an optional skills practice yesterday, full practice yesterday, highly attended optional today, but not a whole lot of practice time for Seattle where they can run set drills and plays heading into games.
Well, especially when you've had a lineup change. In this case, the fourth line out now has got Ben Myers on it, his first game after his call-up.
Seattle from their own end. Brandon Montour over the blue line, sends it up the middle. Freddie Gaudreau tips it ahead. Brent Clark in the far corner for LA. Up the wall, Corey Perry to Malott. Played it off the right boards for Turcotte. Alex Turcotte to the left corner. Played off the boards. Ben Myers gets it away for Chandler Stevenson through the Kraken logo at center. Stevenson left side, hands it off, looking for Mason Marchment. Puck was intercepted by Kevin Fiala. Now Byfield, left wing, rips it across for Armia, but the Kraken win the battle. Marchment out here for Tolvanen. Tolvanen to center. Larson whips it around the boards. Left corner, Stevenson to the near side. Marchment once again. Mason Marchment, right side half wall to the high slot. Tolvanen, far circle, shot from Dunn, never got through, and Joel Armia takes it away for the Kings and flips it ahead for Kevin Fiala. Now Quinton Byfield on the left, on the right side rather, he and Tolvanen coming together. Mikey Anderson finds a loose puck coming down the slot and will send the shot high. Joel Armia stripped by Shane Wright. Now Mason Marchment to center. Marchment ahead. Doughty knocked it down. Shane Wright forcing his way toward the goal against Drew Doughty. Forsberg pokes it off to the corner, left wing, and the Kraken keep the puck in the offensive zone. Here's Marchment, left side. Up top, Lindgren. Rink wide, Montour now to the center point. Will throw a shot off the skate of Kevin Fiala with 6:05 to play in a scoreless first period. Johnny Newman, near wing for the Kraken. He'll rim this around the kick plate. Now Mikey Anderson near side corner. Anderson to Doughty. Sends it up the boards. Fiala sends it out to Adrian Kempe. Now for Andrei Kopitar. Kopitar left side. Shot right on. And Joey Decord will shut it down. 5:46 to go in this first period. 6-2. Kraken lead in shots. Nothing yet on the scoreboard on the Global Credit Union Kraken Audio Network.
Hi, Coach Mike Holmgren here for R&R Foundation Specialist. A wet basement is like a busted play. It can ruin your whole game. Local R&R knows Western Washington's terrain and how to defend your home from water damage. From clogged footing drains to cracked foundations, changes in your landscape, the team at R&R has seen it all and fixed it all. Don't wait for the rain to blitz. Call the waterproofing pros at R&R Foundation Specialist. Visit rrfoundationspecialist.com.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
At Symetra Life Insurance Company, we're big fans of the home team. As in the team you have at home. The loved ones who always have your back. Through the tough times, through the good times, and through the greatest of all times. So when it comes to helping protect your future, we can be your teammate for whatever lies ahead. Symetra. Retirement, benefits, life insurance. Official life insurance partner of the Seattle Kraken.
This is Jamie Oleksiak. You're listening to Seattle Kraken Hockey on the Kraken Audio Network.
5:46 left here in this first period alongside Al Koneski. Everett Fitzhugh back with you. No score between the Kraken and Kings.
Eeli Tolvanen trying to take a page out of the Vince Dunn book with that big hit on Quinton Byfield. That was the Queen Anne Beer Hall smash of the game. Queen Anne Beer Hall is your hometown spot for pre- and post-game smash burgers and brews, and $5 smash burgers after every Kraken game. Queen Anne Beer Hall, located 3 blocks from Climate Pleadge Arena. Why have a nothing burger when you can have a smash burger?
Had one of those for lunch the other day.
Did you really?
Oh, so good. I had the sourdough one.
Yep. Beautiful.
They do this really good, like jalapeno bacon jam or something like that. Man,
you gotta have the right kind of bun too.
Yep. A little sweet and spicy on my burger. Delayed penalty call coming to the Seattle Kraken. Kings get the extra attacker on. Joe Edmondson, right side of the corner. He'll throw it off to LaFerriere. Now Kopitar, rink wide, left wing blue line for Brent Clark. He'll send it down for Corey Perry. Perry to the high slot. Dumoulin backs his way far wall. Now back to Perry near side. Perry looking back door. LaFerriere knocked it down and shot it. DeCord made the save. It went off the back skate of Matty Beniers. Jordan Eberle trying to touch up the puck near side. Now the Kraken finally make connection. And that will be a power play coming for LA with 5:09 to go. Here's the call.
Seattle 6 has 2 minutes for hooking.
Rare penalty call on Adam Larson.
Yeah, he got tied up on the half boards there with LaFerriere, and I don't know, LaFerriere looked like he was turning to go back to the corner and went down in the process. So this will be the first power play of the game for LA. Their power play is at 13.6% right now. That's bottom of the league, scoring on 12 of 88. Seattle's penalty kill at 66.2%.
Just the 12th penalty minute on the season for Adam Larson. Face-off won back by the Kings. Joel Armia near side, bottom of the circle, trying to jam it into Joey DeCore's pads, and DeCore there to hold on.
LA not wasting a lot of time there to put a puck on goal. 9 seconds into this power play. Joey DeCore already having to come up with his first save.
Third shot of the night for the LA Kings. Kraken perfect 3 for 3 on the PK. They've been perfect on the penalty kill 3 of their last 5 games after allowing a power play goal in 9 consecutive. 4 for 5 were the Oilers last week in Edmonton on their power play. Fiala left side, shot blocked. And Seattle will send this up the ice. That's Ryan Winterton. Drew Doughty in behind the Kings net. Setting up the breakout. 4:44 left here in the first. 1:30 now on the Kraken PK. Adrian Kempe right side with some speed to the corner. He'll give it off to Fiala. Now to Doughty and back. Fiala right circle. Surveys up top. Doughty one-timer off the stick of Ryan Winterton. Funny hop off the in wall, so DeCord will just jump to his right, come out and cover it up below the goal line.
Goaltenders, you want them. They're your 5th penalty kill out there. And anytime they get a chance to cover a puck up for a whistle, you want them to do that.
4:25 to go in the period. 1:17 left on this Seattle Kraken penalty kill. Quinton Byfield stands in for the draw. One off the near side, but Corey Perry takes it away. Far corner, Perry. Bottom of the right circle. Perry shoots off the crossbar. Had an angle on DeCord, and he pings it off the pipe.
Yeah, he was selling the pass out front and then just leaned into a short side top shelf shot.
There's Quinton Byfield through the logo. Far wing LaFerriere skates by the defender. That was Lindgren. LaFerriere around the horn, back up top to Clark. Far circle now for Perry. Corey Perry back to the near side for Byfield, but Ryan Lindgren, Seattle's 55, will tip this out of the center circle. Now Byfield, a quick up. Byfield down the slot, but Ryan Winterton lifting his stick from behind to make sure that he couldn't finish off that nifty play. Kings save it. LaFerriere to the far corner. Now Moore Back to LaFerriere. Moore again. Comes in front. LaFerriere takes the puck back. And Joey Decord will cover it up and bring out the whistle.
LaFerriere went looking for that puck behind Joey Decord, which is sometimes a way to score a goal. If that puck drops down behind him into the blue paint, there's no whistle. You could pull that into the net. It's a good goal.
20 seconds to go on the Kraken PK. 3:28 remaining in this first period. No score. Shots tied at 5. Kraken had no shots on their power play. Kings are already with 3 on theirs. Face-off won by LA, far side. To the line for Doughty. Off to Kempe. Back to Doughty. One-timer. He'll send it high over the goal. Kopitar. Left corner. Fiala to the half wall. Final 5 on the Kraken PK. Freddie Gaudreau battling Joel Armia. Seattle clears it out to center. Here comes Matty Beniers. Over the far red line. He's turned back. Now Seattle back in. Beniers looks in front. That pass tipped out of play. 2:58 to play in the first period. No score.
Well, both teams with a successful penalty kill here in the first period. 5 shots on goal apiece. Face-off will remain at the LA end of the ice. I wouldn't say there's momentum one way or the other right now. It feels pretty even after 17 minutes of ice time.
That proverbial bandana still in the middle. Kings power play now 3 for their last 38. Going back to November 11th. Just saw that graphic pop up on the TNT broadcast. LA back into the offensive zone. Here's Brian Dumoulin. Left side. Pass was tipped, but Deneau saves it. Now Cody Ceci. Center point shot kicked away by the right leg of Joey Decord. Here's Jared McCann for Seattle. McCann up to Lindgren. Will send it off the toe of the stick of Forsberg, who steers it aside. 2.5 to play in the first. Kings down the far side. Right wing in for Moore. Moore toward the goal. Turned away by Decord. Flips it out to Jordan Eberle. Plays it back for Larson near corner. Eberle gets through some LA pressure, but it's knocked down by Joel Edmondson. Sent back into the offensive zone by the Kings. And one more time, Seattle on the zone exit. Marshman to center. Right side over the blue line near circle, and that shot goes off the body of Joel Edmondson out of play into the far corner netting.
Face-off should stay in the LA end as that puck went off a Kings player.
Well, both these teams for the Kraken averaging just under 3 goals against a game, 2.96. Kings are at 2.48. And for the Kraken, that number would be a lot lower if not for those 2 games against the Edmonton Oilers, 4-0 and 9-4 losses.
It's amazing what games like that will do for stats, good or bad.
But overall, 2 teams that defensively don't give up a whole lot. They don't really get a whole lot either. Here come the Kraken. Mason Marchment walks into the slot, and he'll send a wrister into the belly of Anton Forsberg. He holds on.
Yeah, that was an area shot for Mason Marchment. He had guys going to the net in Adam Larson and Chandler Stevenson, and you're hoping for Forsberg to give up a rebound there, something off his pads that he can't get quickly covered up, but it was into his breadbasket area, so easy for him to absorb it and get the whistle.
Kings have taken the shot lead 8-6. Minute 44 to play in the first. Freddie Gaudreau. Left circle face-off on the far side. Andrei Kopitar across from him. Tied up off the draw. Gaudreau. Kopitar trying to find an inch. Ryan Winterton comes in to help out, but it's played off the far boards. Adrian Kempe takes it away. Now for Doughty across to Anderson far circle. Kings finally exiting the zone, but they have some trouble. Now back to Kempe center circle. Into Kopitar. He could handle the pass. Larson tips it out for Seattle. Here's Doughty again. Kopitar comes to get it. Back to Doughty. Kings on their own goal line far side. Now Doughty near side Anderson. Up to LaFerriere, but he'll throw it right to Ben Myers, who lost his footing. Kopitar will shove him against the wall. Now Myers behind the Kraken goal. Last minute of play, period 1, no score as Vince Dunn sends it up to Evan, or to Winterton rather. Back to Dunn, he'll send it in behind the goal. LA behind their net, 45 left in the first period. Drew Doughty sets up the breakout. Both teams completing line changes. Quentin Byfield comes to get it fresh off the bench for LA. Here's Kevin Fiala. Now back to Byfield in the middle. Byfield down the slot, walks on. And that shot gloved down by Joey Decord. He'll hold. 31 seconds to go in the first.
Good quick release there by Quentin Byfield, having a little give and go in the neutral zone there on that breakout. He crossed that offensive blue line, and just a snap of the fingers, he let that puck go.
No score here in the first period. Quentin Byfield, 6'5", 225. He moves like he's 5'10", 180.
He's got skates like he's 5'10".
He's got great skating ability, really quick and smooth hands. We saw a goal last year from Byfield. One hand on his stick.
Deflection.
Deflected it into the goal. Here,
while holding the stick.
While holding the stick. Hey, listen.
Still got the picture.
He had one hand on his stick. That's all that matters.
That's why he couldn't have two hands on his stick. He was holding with the Kraken defenseman's stick.
He was fending him off. I say it all the time. I know who signs my paycheck, but I'm a Kraken. I'm a hockey fan first. And as a hockey fan, that was a great play. Holding the stick or not. 20 seconds to go here in the first. Scoreless first period between Seattle and Los Angeles. Matty Beniers, left side toward the goal. Puck knocked away. Now the Kings get it out. Joel Armia in for Fiala on the right side. Far circle. Fiala had Armia back to the goal. He'll miss him with the puck. Final 2 seconds on the clock. Kraken clear. There's the horn. And we head to the intermission. Zeros aside.
Yeah, shots on goal for that period, 6-9 in favor of the Kings. And like I said, I don't think there was really a point in that first period where the ice significantly tilted one way or the other. It might have wobbled one way and then back the other way, but I'll call that first period a draw, just like the score reflects.
No score, 9-6, Kings leading shots. Kraken. Kings back for period 2 in about 18 minutes. But in the meanwhile, Mike Benson on the Coors Light Landing standing by with your first period intermission report after this on the Global Credit Union Kraken Audio Network.
Can your bank keep up with your schedule? WaFd Bank can with free checking. Live your life and stick to your agenda without worrying about minimum balances or monthly maintenance fees. WaFd has thousands of fee-free ATMs and more than 200 branches to serve you across 9 western states. Plus, WaFd Bank offers useful tools like voice-activated banking, as you can check your balances and make transfers between your WaFd accounts when your hands are full. Visit wafdbank.com to open your account. Non-sufficient funds charges may apply. Member FDIC.
What's up, Kraken fans? Everett Fitzhugh here for Virginia Mason Franciscan Health. The Kraken players trust the sports medicine experts at Virginia Mason Franciscan Health to keep them performing at their best, and so can you. Whether you're playing for fun or chasing a championship, trust the same medical experts the Kraken trust to keep you on top of your game. Make a play for your health. Go to vmfh.org/Kraken to find a doctor today.
At Global Credit Union, it's all about you. Sign up for direct deposit and you could get an early payday up to 3 days sooner. Need a loan? Here you'll discover competitive rates and lower fees than you might find elsewhere. Want to talk to a real person instead of a robot? You got it. With neighborhood branches near you and a live 24/7 365 US-based call center. So what are you waiting for? Discover your world of financial possibilities at globalcu.org. Become a member today.
Members of LIUNA, the Laborers International Union of North America, can participate in accredited, skills-driven, competency-based technical training classes taught by highly trained and highly qualified instructors. Course topics are varied and include important topics like safety, supervision, and industry certification. This fun fact is sponsored by the Laborers, the official union partner of the Seattle Kraken. To start your career and build your skill set, text JOBS to 81411.
It's first intermission of Kraken Hockey on the Global Credit Union Kraken Audio Network. Brought to you by Washington's Lottery. Now, here's Mike Benton.
Join the Kraken as they celebrate Indigenous Peoples Night, presented by Muckleshoot Indian Tribe on December 16th. To learn more about Kraken Common Thread or to get tickets to this game, go to SeattleKraken.com. Well, tight, abrasive, and balanced. What else would you expect here between these two teams than this? But the Kraken right now keeping the Kings at bay. We are tied 0-0 at the end of one period of play. And time to ask again, what are the odds? That's brought to you by the Evergreen Council on Problem Gambling. Your odds are courtesy BetMGM. Updated here for the line with the Kraken at -125, with the Kings at -105, and your over-under is 3.5. So how can the Kraken put a little more foot to gas pedal here to get the game's first goal? We'll find out here coming up maybe in period 2. Before that, our highlights, our scoreboard, and Meet the Kraken, where we'll catch up with Captain Jordan Eberle. Time for the recap in this one early on, and the Kraken looking to find a way to get some daylight on the Kings net.
Joel Edmondson trying to float it down the wall. Now the Kraken pick it back up. Here comes Beniers. 2-on-1 with Eberle. Beniers shoots. Knocked down by Forsberg. Puck's behind him. He didn't know where it was. And it was right up under his pad. Referee blows the whistle. Matty Beniers, a 2-on-1 with Eberle.
One of a couple great looks the Kraken had on goaltender Anton Forsberg in the opening 20 minutes of play. Forsberg only having to make 6 saves on 6 shots in that period. Down the other way, Joey Decord not too busy, and that right now a testament here to the Kraken and their defensive play in front of their own goaltender. Decord so far turning in 9 saves on 9 shots, and both teams so far 0 for 1 on the man advantage. So at least on the Kraken side, they're starting to come out a bit of a lull here on their penalty kill side. Right now keeping Los Angeles at 0 for 1, and also coming off a game where they had an 0 or 3 of 3 effort against the Minnesota Wild just about a couple of nights ago. So thus far, 0's up on the board for the Kraken and the Kings. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the Global Credit Union Kraken Audio Network. Again, our score through one period of play, the Kraken 0 and the Kings 0. We'll come back in a bit and hear more with Captain Jordan Eberle. This is the Global Credit Union Kraken Audio Network.
Your home for the biggest stories in the league is Sirius XM NFL Radio.
Hi, this is Bob Popper from Airing It Out. Week 15 is here, and we have some huge matchups that will impact the playoff picture.
When people say, well, who do you like? I'm like, I don't know that there's a dominant team right now.
The Bills and the Patriots, the Lions and the Rams, and the Chargers visit the Chiefs.
Touchdown, Kansas City! Sirius XM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the Sirius XM app.
Hey, Jim Rome here. What's cracking?
Hi.
Hope you're enjoying the game, and when you're not taking in a game, find us on Sirius Channel 161, XM Channel 206. In fact, we'll be there every weekday afternoon, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. If you've got something you want to break down from this game, you know where to find us. Just make sure you have it taken, don't suck.
Step your game up.
That has never changed. In fact, the show has never changed. We're just back home, and it's great to be there. Sirius 161, XM 206. See you there.
Experience the pinnacle of club soccer in the UEFA Champions League on Sirius XM FC. This is the place where legends are born.
Merseyside magic from Mo Salah.
Dynasties are built.
Real Madrid do what they do best.
And history is made.
It is a night to remember for Paris Saint-Germain.
Hear the top Champions League matches all season long on Sirius XM FC 157 and the Sirius XM app.
This is Sirius.
Sirius XM.
Sirius XM.
Radio.
You're listening to Sirius XM Radio. Sirius XM. This is Sirius XM. You're listening to Sirius XM Radio. Sirius XM.
Shots are 9-6 in favor of the Kings as the Kraken right now looking to break through here for the game's first goal. All tied 0-0 with Los Angeles at the end of one period of play. The Kraken, by the way, 8-3-3 when they score the first goal of the game this season. Mike Benton again with you, back by the Coors Light Landing in Section 20. And that brings us to Meet the Kraken, powered by Mechanics Bank. Trusted community-first banking with deep Northwest roots and 30-plus branches. Visit mechanicsbank.com. Mechanics Bank, where relationships matter. Member FDIC. Captain Jordan Eberle is our conversation this evening, with over 1,000 games on his NHL resume, and now in Season 5 in Seattle with a family growing as well, he and wife Lauren. But last year, a bit of a trying time for Eberle, getting through a freak pelvic injury in a collision with the Chicago Blackhawks 13 months ago, which needed rare surgery to repair. But he's back, he's healthy, and he's producing, but knows also off the ice, family means everything. And here's our chat with Eberle, beginning on the life of helping raise 3 kids in the family.
I mean, we're gone so much. You know, you try to be present when you're home, and you try to get as much time in. But, I mean, the ultimate is that we're playing. It's either on the road game day or it's game day at home. So, you know, you try to, it's tough, you know, but now that they're getting a little bit older, they're able to come to the games and enjoy that, which I enjoy seeing them there. And then their activities, like I said, they're skating here, which is awesome. I get a chance to see them more often. So, but yeah, definitely the first answer, make sure your wife's dialed in.
Well, we asked this question a few years ago, but updating this now, what's the best part about being a father?
You know, it's probably the same answer I had last year. It just gives you perspective. You know, I came into this league and, you know, you live and die by hockey, and I still do. And, you know, you're taking losses home, wins home, the highs and the lows, right? And you come home and they don't really care how the game went. So it gives you perspective. You're able to get away from the rink a little bit more, which I think honestly helps your game just that much more.
If I can dial this back to last season, now that a freakish injury is in the rearview mirror, you said that there were some days where it admittedly crossed your mind that maybe would you ever play again, and that was in doubt. How critical was family or the group text to get you through that?
Yeah, I think, well, first off, we had a baby, you know, days after I got home from surgery, so that kind of brightened my spirits. But yeah, I mean, they kept me, you know, my mind happy at least. There was, you know, it was never a dull moment at home. There's kids flying around. But yeah, ultimately watching games and missing the group. And then just kind of taking it day by day. You know, once you learn, you get to start walking again on a cane, and then, you know, you get to actually start walking, learn how to walk, and start skating. And it was just a day-by-day process, really. I mean, ultimately, I knew I was going to get back after a while, and maybe not as quick as I thought I was, but, you know, I was happy with how it turned out as far as, you know, the recovery time. Was able to finish the year last year, and then just the summer training I had and where I'm at now, I feel, you know, like I did at the start of camp last year. So I'm excited and raring to go. I feel like I kind of got robbed of a season last year, and, you know, I want to pick up.
At this stage of your career, how much does health mean for the goals that you've set?
Yeah, I mean, it's not just this age, but I mean, everyone, you got to stay healthy in this league. It's 82 games and it's a marathon, not a sprint. You know, you have to, you know, take care of yourself. It just doesn't mean you don't want to get hurt. This is a physical game. Stuff's going to happen. I think it's just more about taking care of yourself in your off days, making sure your body's in peak condition and pliable, so that when you do get bent around a little bit, you're able to sustain that stuff.
That's Captain Jordan Eberle right now, coming in as the leading point getter on the Kraken side, also with 9 goals on the season as well to pace the Kraken. Reminder for you, where do you go for the latest on the Kraken that you can't hear anywhere else? Well, it's the Kraken Audio Network, podcasting on demand, where you'll find exclusive interviews, game day updates, feature guests, and more. Get in now by subscribing on the iHeartRadio app or 93.3KJR.com. Kraken nothing, Kings nothing is our score at the end of one. The out-of-town scoreboard's next. You're listening to the Global Credit Union Kraken Audio Network.
Toyota-thon is on. Get in the spirit of the season with a new Toyota. Now through January 5th, get 2.99 APR financing on remaining new 25 Tacomas. Excludes TRD Pro and Trail Hunter. Or lease a 25 Tacoma SR5 for $259 a month for 39 months with $39.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. A negotiable doc fee of up to $200 may be added. Call 1-888-48-TOYOTA for details or go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
The NHL is giving fun in the sun a whole new meaning. Join the party outdoors in Tampa on February 1st as we drop the puck at the home of the Bucks.
Oh, that's a big hit right there.
It's the Navy Federal Credit Union NHL Stadium Series. Be there as Victor Hedman and the Tampa Bay Lightning host David Pastrnak and the Boston Bruins. Outdoors at Raymond James Stadium. Get your tickets now at NHL.com/Stadium Series.
There's never been a better time to have the Global Credit Card. Apply now for our 1.9% APR introductory offer and get ready to win 1 million reward points during our Million Points Mania giveaway. Starting November 17th, every purchase you make with the Global Credit Card is a chance to win. Use your points for a dream vacation or instant cash off at Walmart, Walgreens, or CVS. The choice is yours. To get started, visit globalcu.org or call 800-525-9094. Terms and conditions apply.
The magic of the season is coming to Muckleshoot Casino Resort. See Borealis, a spectacular holiday show on Sunday, December 21st at 5 p.m. Tickets for this all-ages show are on sale now at muckleshootcasino.com. Don't miss the amazing artistry and awe-inspiring acrobatics of Borealis on December 21st at Muckleshoot Casino Resort.
This is Jaden Schwartz. This is Ryan Lindgren. This is Vince Dunn. Listen to the Kraken all season long.
An exclusive sports presentation of the Global Credit Union Kraken Audio Network.
Your home for the Seattle Kraken and the NHL.
Mike Benton again with you back by the Coors Light Landing in Section 20 of Climate Pleadge Arena, where the Kraken and Kings are scoreless at the end of one period of play. And time now for the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Legends Casino Hotel. Legends Casino, because you're within winning distance and fun is how we roll. Light night in the NHL, only 3 other games going on, and teams are making moves in the West, and the Kraken trying to make theirs as well this evening. First off, Chicago shuts out the New York Rangers 3-0, and the Blackhawks are now tied with Edmonton for the wild card spots in the West. That's now 4 points up on the Kraken. Utah's up next, 3 ahead of the Kraken. They're in a deadlock right now, 3-3 with the Florida Panthers in the third period of play. Sam Reinhart and Dylan Guenther each have scored twice in that game. And Calgary right now tied with the Kraken in the West. The Red Wings right now beating Calgary 4-2. They're in period number 3. Alex DeBrincat with 2 goals, up to 16 points here on the campaign. As far as Kraken minor league affiliates, AHL Coachella Valley, they're off this evening, back tomorrow at Calgary, trying to bounce back from a 3-0 defeat. ECHL Kansas City trying to bounce back from a 5-4 overtime loss to Iowa. They're back in action Friday at Fort Wayne. I'm Mike Benton. Second period next with Everett, now the Kraken, the Kings. 0-0 your score. You're listening to the Global Credit Union Kraken Audio Network.
Welcome to Decording to Joey, starring Seattle Kraken goalie Joey Decord.
According to me, Joey Decord, you can get closer than ever to Seattle Kraken action thanks to Washington's Lottery.
Just purchase a $5 lotto ticket and mail in the trailing voucher that you will receive along with your $5 lotto ticket for a chance to win. The epic Seattle Kraken Experience prize package includes 4 glass seats, a meetup with Joey Decord, and more.
According to me, I think it sounds pretty epic.
Odds of winning any prize on Lotto are 1 in 27.1. Current draw only. No advance play. Odds of winning a promotional prize depend on number of entries received. Must be 18 or older to purchase. Know your limit. Visit wallottery.com/Seattle Kraken for details.
At Symetra Life Insurance Company, we're big fans of the home team, as in the team you have at home. The loved ones who always have your back through the tough times, through the good times, and through the greatest of all times. So when it comes to helping protect your future, we can be your teammate for whatever lies ahead. Symetra, retirement, benefits, life insurance. Official life insurance partner of the Seattle Kraken.
At Global Credit Union, it's all about you. Sign up for direct deposit and you could get an early payday up to 3 days sooner. Need a loan? Here you'll discover competitive rates and lower fees than you might find elsewhere. Want to talk to a real person instead of a robot? You got it. With neighborhood branches near you and a live 24/7 365 US-based call center. So what are you waiting for? Discover your world of financial possibilities at globalcu.org. Become a member today.
Hey, sports fans, it's Softy back here. And look, we all love sports, and a lot of us love gambling on sports. Well, here's the deal. Gambling should be fun, not stressful. If it's starting to feel like more than just a game, there is hope from my friends at the Evergreen Council on Problem Gambling. They've got your back. They've got resources. They've got support and real help. So if you bet responsibly, keep it fun, and keep it smart.
visit keepitfunwa.org. That's keepitfunwa.org, because hope and help are just a click away.
Here's Beniers, a shot, score!
Now, time for second period play on the Global Credit Union Kraken Audio Network. Powered by our proud partners, Liuna, Wafed Bank, and by Muckleshoot Casino Resort. Now, back to game action with Everett Fitzhugh and Al Kaniski.
No score heading into the second period, partner. Shots are pretty even, 9-6. Kraken trailing in that department. You mentioned it before. That proverbial red bandana has really not gone to either side of the red line all night long.
Well, if I was going to argue the case for the Seattle Kraken, maybe moving it a little bit, it would be some key stats. Seattle 59% in the draw in that first period. They only had 4 giveaways. LA had 10, and hits in that first period. Seattle with 6, LA with 3.
And for a big team like the LA Kings, you got to play them physical. Sorry about that. As off the face-off, a puck was deflected into the crowd. There was a gentleman sitting there that didn't see it coming until it was right in his head. He turned out of the way the very last second to avoid danger, but that was...
Pucks can and do leave the ice surface.
Yeah, as a helpless observer, 250 feet on the other side of the ring.
Not much you could do.
I was scared for the guy. Look out! Couldn't hear me. Seattle in the defensive zone. The Kings shoot one toward the cage. That was the Ferrier. Knocked down. Now Dunn brings it in. Here's Dunn, right side. Eberle shoots, blocker down by Anton Forsberg. Here's Beniers on the rebound, left wing. And that shot off the skate of Kopitar. Kraken going right to left here in this second period. We're scoreless 40 seconds into period 2. McCann, right circle. Beniers, left side up to the line for Dunn. It's Dunn, watched by Alex Ferrier. Beniers finds a lane on the backhand toward the goal. Forsberg makes the save. Beniers got his own rebound. Near side of McCann. Straight away Larson. Rink wide across, and a one-time from Dunn will carry him wide off the near corner all the way down the ice. Decord out to play it. Both teams offer changes.
Yeah, McCann had a shot at stopping that puck, but missed it by inches.
Kraken bobbled the puck on the zone entry. LA back in. Here is Armia on the left wing. Loose puck to the right corner for Fiala. Kevin Fiala, near circle, shoots. Decord knocks it down as Fiala got that shot off in tight space around Ellie Tolvanen and in between Chandler Stevenson. Now Stevenson muscles his way in. Mason Marshmidt takes the drop pass left side and sends it off the end glass high. Ellie Tolvanen kept it in low. Marshmidt behind the LA net. Skates away from Byfield. Mason Marshmidt. Backhand to Stevenson, left circle. Chandler Stevenson looking for Marshmidt. It was pinballed off some skates. Quentin Byfield to center. Kevin Fiala, right wing, will bounce it over the blue line. Kings offside, though. Chandler Stevenson sweeps it across to Montour.
That went through the blue paint in front of Joey Decord.
Very dangerous. Here comes the Kraken. Capo Caco left side. That shot off the right corner glass on a deflection. Now Philip Deneau sends it up the board for the Kings. 2:15 gone here in the second. No score. 10-7 Kings lead in that category. Brian Dumoulin for the Kings. In behind the Seattle net, Riker Evans. Trevor Moore battling for it. Seattle bouncing it out. Yanni Newman takes the puck in. Newman on his backhand toward the goal. Tripped up by Brian Dumoulin going toward the net. And the Kraken will go back to the power play presented by Muckleshoot Casino Resort. Voted best casino resort in the Pacific Northwest. Here's the call.
5 LA's got a minor for a trip.
And they'll give it to Ceci instead, not Dumoulin.
Yeah, Cody Ceci heading off for 2 as Yanni Newman tried to split Dumoulin and Ceci like a pair of aces. Ceci taking him down in the process. This will be the second power play of the game for Seattle. They are 0 for 1 so far.
No shots on that last power play as well for Seattle.
See if they change anything up here on this second opportunity.
Seattle gets a lot of special teams work this week in practice at morning skates. Seeing if it pays off. Face off one back by the Kraken. McCann left side. Send the pass down low. Beniers, far corner for Eberle. Played off the boards by Alex Laferriere. And he'll send this in all the way back behind Decord. Decord plays it ahead. McCann Dropping it back for Chandler Stevenson. 25 seconds gone on the Kraken's second power play of the night. Chandler Stevenson, left side. McCann breaks the stick of Byfield. Then Byfield pushing Dunn. Here's Eberle in front to Beniers. He couldn't handle the pass. Now Seattle saves it. Dunn, high slot. McCann scores! McCann on the power play with 16:39 to play in the second. It's a 1-0 Seattle Kraken lead.
Well, Quinton Byfield broke his stick, and I couldn't believe it. He went to the bench to get a new stick, which left 3 King players in their own zone to defend 5 Kraken players. Dunn gets the puck on the half wall, feeds it to McCann, top of the circles. He beats Anton Forsberg. It's 1-0 Seattle.
Jared McCann now, since coming back from injury, he's got points in 4 of his 6 games. 2 goals and 2 helpers in that time. That's already his 5th on the season.
Well, like you said, the Kraken had no shots on their first power play. Their second power play, they had 1 shot, and that was that shot by Jared McCann to put his team up 1-0.
Dunn and Stevenson on the assist. The Seattle Kraken a 1-0 lead. First goal of the game brought to you by Swinomish Casino and Lodge. Gaming, entertainment, and dining all under one roof. That's Swinomish Casino and Lodge. Mikey Anderson skates behind his own goal. Kraken keep the puck in. Freddie Gaudreau down the slot, but a penalty coming to Seattle. Slashing called.
Number 26. 26 Seattle's got a minor for a slash.
On Winterton.
This will be LA's second power play of the game. They are 0 for 1 so far.
So right after the power play comes to an end, they're going to go on the PK.
Yeah, it was Mikey Anderson behind the net. A slash that kind of turned Mikey Anderson around a little bit. And I didn't think the hand went up right away, but that was the play they called it on.
Wes McCauley making the call. And I'm with you, partner.
I thought it could have been a penalty, but I didn't see a hand go up, so I thought they were going to let it play on.
Seattle wins the face-off, and this one skimmed around the boards by Ben Myers. Face-off was won by Seattle. Now the Kings from their own end. Here comes Adrian Kempe. Kempe, right side. Tolvanen is there, and he'll chip this off the glass over the glove of Drew Doughty on the right wing. Now the Kings back up through center. Kevin Fiala over the far line. Joel Armia chasing it along with Adam Larson for the Kraken. Armia left wing to the line. Fiala settles. Near side, Doughty. Doughty back to Fiala, far circle. To the dot for Armia. And up top for Fiala. Back to Armia in the corner. Armia to Fiala. Pass in his skates, and Ellie Tolvanen will send a backhand down the far side. And back to the red line. 1 minute to go on the King power play. Adrian Kempe, right side, backhanded across the blue line. No one home for Los Angeles. Drew Doughty in for Kopitar. Right wing for Kempe. He'll leave it at the line. Kempe across. Fiala to the half wall. Myers backs off. Now in front. Tried to feed it for Corey Perry. Kopitar there as well. And we're going to have another stoppage of play and a penalty on LA this time.
Yeah, this will be another hooking call.
And we'll get the call.
LA 11 has 2 minutes for hooking.
And Kopitar heads to the box for 2, so that will take away the power play for LA, and it'll put both teams at 4-on-4 for 36 seconds.
This might be the first time in NHL history an entire period has been played on special teams.
I don't think it's the first time.
5 minutes and 12 seconds into this second period. And that's our third penalty. 4-on-4 for 36 more. And then the Kraken on an abbreviated power play. Face-off won by Seattle, Riker Evans. Right side for Shane Wright. Off the boards, Evans leaves it. Capo Caco. Caco to Montour. Driving around the cage. Montour left wing near circle to the line. No one there. The Kraken didn't like what they saw, so Capo Caco will drop back to the neutral zone. Here comes Seattle back in. Capo Caco trying to fling it around Brant Clark, and the Kings not falling for that trickery. Final 5 tick off the 4-on-4. Now the Seattle Kraken on the power play, presented by Muckleshoot Casino Resort. Voted best casino resort in the Pacific Northwest. Riker Evans had Winterton coming out of the box, but he couldn't get the pass to him. Now the Kings send it up the ice. 1:10 to go on the Kraken power play. Now their third of the contest. 13:50 left here in the second. 1-0 Seattle. Eberle sneaks his way to the offensive zone, but he cannot retain the puck. Mikey Anderson sends it up the far wall in behind the court. Now Dunn behind the Kraken cage. Picks up the puck, tips it off the far boards. Eberle will take it. Kraken back right to left. Here comes Chandler Stevenson through center. Another penalty coming to LA. Tripping will be the call as Stevenson kept his feet moving in over the blue line. And the LA Kings will have a 5-on-3 disadvantage for 40 seconds.
LA 37 has 2 minutes for tripping.
Yeah, Warren Fogle there at the blue line as Chandler Stevenson came through with speed, took out his feet from underneath him, and had a few words for the referee on his way to the penalty box. So this will give Seattle an abbreviated 5-on-3 for 40 seconds.
Why not? Kraken Power Play presented by Muckleshoot Casino Resort. Voted best casino resort in the Pacific Northwest.
Why not?
Why not?
Keep the special teams flow going.
Face-off won by Seattle. Left side, Dunn to the high slot. McCann, near circle, back to Dunn. McCann once again. He'll throw it low for Eberle. Eberle to Vince Dunn for a one-timer as he'll send it off the post. McCann saves it right wing side. Jared McCann down the slot. That shot redirected by Forsberg. Now Seattle saves it. Eberle, near circle, shot off the glove of Anton Forsberg. 15 seconds to go, a 5-on-3 for the Kraken. Here's Dunn. McCann, high slot. Eberle on the back door, but he couldn't pull it around Edmondson. Here is Beniers. Far circle, now Dunn. Back to Beniers, right wing side. Down low here for Stevenson. Trying to float it over the pads of Forsberg. Kopitar back on the ice, and now it ends up underneath Forsberg as he'll cover it up with 1:15 to go on the 5-on-4 for the Kraken.
Puck was loose in front of Forsberg there for a few moments, and then Forsberg got help from his defenseman, Mikey Anderson, to corral the puck back underneath. And I'll tell you, as a defenseman, that's something so scary. Pushing the puck back to your goaltender. You don't want to be the guy that pushes it into the net. So a lot of trust right there.
1:15 to go in the Kraken power play. 1-0 Seattle has the lead. 12:42 left in the second period. Shane Wright. Right circle, far side, one back by the Kings. LaFerriere, near corner. Skates to the face-off dot and will saucer this the length of the ice. Montour plays it off the Karaman wall. Marchman taps it back to Capo Kakko for Tolvanen and in for Wright down the right side. Behind the cage, Capo Kakko slots at it. Now LaFerriere for LA. Left wing corner will play it. Mason Marchman. Near circle, walking to the half wall, spins away from Joel Armia. Montour, give and go with Marchman, down for Shane Wright, to Montour, looks in front, that shot fought off by Anton Forsberg. Los Angeles picks up the loose puck, skating it out is Alex LaFerriere. 30 seconds to go on the Kraken power play. 11:55 to play in the second. It's a 1-0 Seattle lead. Brendan Montour is in, near side. Montour trying to move his way around a man. Now LaFerriere, a short-handed breakaway. LaFerriere down the slot, backhand, he scores. Kraken a little sloppy around their own blue line, near side. Alex LaFerriere ties the game at 1 with his 7th of the season.
Well, that double drop power play breakout sometimes goes awry there, and this time it was Brandon Montour carrying the puck across that offensive blue line that just miscommunicated with his own players on where that puck was going, and LA forced him right at the blue line. Turnovers at the offensive blue line are killers. Ferrier took that puck to the other end and put his team tied 1-1.
So a momentum killer if you're the Seattle Kraken, especially on a power play that you've been trying to get going and get anything offensively Now you surrender a shorthanded goal. You've got 10 seconds now, 5 left on the power play. Kings will deny the zone entry. Here comes Quinton Byfield. Los Angeles back to full strength. Kraken now 1 for 4 on the power play. Ben Myers on the right side. Seattle back into the offensive zone. 1-1, we're all even. Quinton Byfield digs it out of the near corner, plays it out to Trevor Moore. Moore down the right side. Byfield against Larson. Sends it up top, Drew Doughty. Doughty for Fiala. Turns away right side to the line for Doughty. Pump pass, Moore to Fiala across. Doughty left side. That shot deflected high in the air. Ben Myers will battle for it. Turned over to Ryan Winterton. Now Freddie Gaudreau from the center red line. He'll bounce the puck to the corner right wing. Joel Edmondson in behind the Kings net. Seattle fresh off a line change. Andrei Kopitar in his final NHL season leads the rush in. Seattle turns it away. 10:25 to play in the second period. Andrei Kopitar, far wing side of the Kings zone. Matty Beniers works it from him. And now Ryan Lindgren will send a twisted wrister around the kick plate. Right side, Eberle in the corner. This is McCann to the far blue line for Montour. Montour will shovel it back down the boards. McCann to Montour, right wing. And that shot from below the bottom of the right circle ends up in the glove of Anton Forsberg. We'll go to a timeout on the ice, tied at 1. 10:01 to play in the second on the Global Credit Union Kraken Audio Network.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious with multiple engine options and impressive towing. While Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability. Nice. Making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. See your Northwest Chevy dealer.
Hey, Kraken fans, Everett Fitzhugh here for Virginia Mason Franciscan Health. Want to experience a Kraken game like never before? Bid for exclusive Center Ice Club seats and a once-in-a-lifetime chance to ride the Zamboni on the ice. Your generous donation supports the Hockey Fights Cancer Fund at Virginia Mason Franciscan Health, helping to drive cutting-edge cancer research and patient care. Make a bid at vmfh.org/Zamboni.
This is Jordan Eberle. You're listening to Seattle Kraken Hockey on the Kraken Audio Network.
10:01 to play here in the period. 1-1, we're all tied. Al and I having a wonderful conversation
pronunciation
at the last break about the American versus Canadian pronunciation of the letter Z.
In Canada, we call it a Z.
A Z.
And in the United States, it's called a Z. So when I see that letter on a pronunciation, I go Z. As in on Zay Kopitar. Turns out it's on J.
On J. Like
sure.
Yeah,
that's what you say when you see a Z. Sure.
Now that's
not a J, a Z.
Or Z.
Play continues.
We have officially crossed the halfway mark of the contest as a Capo Caco shot right side ends up into the glove of Anton Forsberg. 9:53 left in period 2. Kraken a 14-11 lead on the shot clock, but it was a shorthanded goal by Alex Laferriere that tied the game at a goal apiece. Face-off won back by the LA Kings. Los Angeles will send the saucer pass down the far side. Jamie Alexiak back inside of his own end. Near side for Riker Evans. Flips it up the wall. Kings force a turnover. Philip Deneau. Left side of the corner as Fogle takes a spill. Here's Trevor Moore behind the net. Pushed off by Shane Wright. Moore in front. Deneau is there as well. He'll slap this through the blue paint wide. Now Riker Evans sends it up the boards. Kraken take it away. A broken 3-on-3 back in for Seattle. Yanni Newman left side in front to Shane Wright. And he just missed the deflection on goal.
Yeah, Wright almost got a piece of that.
Here's Capo Kakko to the high slot. On his backhand right circle. Backhand on goal. Knocked away by Forsberg. And the rebound just out of reach of Shane Wright. 9 minutes to go in the second period. Kings off for a quick change. Kraken follows suit after Los Angeles. Dumps the puck up the ice back into the Kraken zone. Seattle back onto the offensive end. Shane Wright was going off to the bench. He misplayed the puck. Now Alex Turcotte walks down the left side. He'll throw a puck off the body of Decord, and the rebound under the skate of Jeff Malott. And the Seattle Kraken will fling this back into LA territory. 8:34 to go. A right circle shot. Mason Marshman on net. Loose puck in front. There's Forsberg down. The puck is underneath someone. It goes in. Kraken are celebrating. That's Brandon Montour. But no red lights and no signal from the referee yet.
The celebration started after the whistle. I could not see the puck go in from up here.
Yeah.
Referees are going to confer.
8:26 to go in the period. The puck was behind Forsberg.
Yeah, he was trying to squeeze it between his legs. And
Mikey Anderson was on the goal line praying. And then it gets sent in. And I wonder if this will be an intent to blow the whistle. Here's the call. Maybe. Not yet.
Still discussing.
He went to the...
I think at this point it's explaining why it's not a goal, not discussing whether it is a goal.
All right. We'll try this again. Here's the call.
Nope.
Strike two, Fitzy.
Still talking to Brandon Montour.
Yeah, Brandon Montour is pointing to the scoreboard saying, look at the board.
Referee Cody Beach.
You can see it right there.
Yeah. Let's review together. Look up there.
8:26 to go in the period. We're going to go to a timeout on the ice and sort all this out. We're tied at 1 on the Global Credit Union Kraken Audio Network.
It's Safi back here, and look, I love the Kraken, and some folks love betting on the Kraken, but if betting on sports, including hockey, is getting out of control and you need some help, there's help from my friends at the Evergreen Council on Problem Gambling. Jump on the web at keepitfunwa.org. That's keepitfunwa.org. If your gambling is getting out of hand, they've got the resources to help you out. Keepitfunwa.org. If you bet responsibly, and check out keepitfunwa.org. Because hope and help is always a click away.
Leaves are falling, school's back, and the holidays are almost here. You're busy, and you need a bank that won't slow you down. WaFd Bank is here for you with free business checking. You'll have access to online banking with bill pay, mobile deposit, signer and non-signer debit cards, and the option to upgrade your account with treasury management services as your business grows. Take things to the next level with knowledgeable bankers that understand your business. WaFd Bank, built for business. Visit wafdbank.com. Non-sufficient funds charges may apply. Member FDIC.
Hey, it's Ian Furness. In this hockey season, make your way over to Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel. Bet 3 different ways on your favorite teams at Seattle's closest sportsbook. Ticket windows, kiosks, or my personal favorite, the Snoqualmie Casino mobile app. And the new hotel is open. Book today for breathtaking views of the Cascades in Snoqualmie Valley, and not to mention the expanded non-smoking gaming floor, a destination spa, and the best spot to watch all the games, Hawks Peak Sports Bar and Grill. For more information, visit snocasino.com. Seattle's closest is now Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel.
This is Vince Dunn. This is Jeremy McCann.
This is Ryan Lindgren, defenseman for the Seattle Kraken.
Now back to Kraken hockey on the Global Credit Union Kraken Audio Network.
8:26 left here in the second. They talked about it and conferred during the break. There was no announcement made in the building, but they have ruled this no goal as it was Montour who shoveled it in.
Well, I give a lot of credit.
Oh, wait, now they are going to take a look at it. The referee goes over to the penalty box to put the headset on.
Well, I give a lot of credit to Mikey Anderson of the LA Kings. He dove behind Anton Forsberg to stop Forsberg from sliding into the net. He also put his arm out in front of the post. And you know what that does, partner? That stops any puck from going in. You're not covering it with your hand. You're just creating a barrier there. And that was, I mean, that might have saved the goal, right? Just that.
And also, we had a really good look at the in-net cam. He turned his face away as well.
You don't want to take any snow or skates coming his way.
Self-preservation there as well. So Wes McCauley went to the booth, or the penalty box, put the headset on for 20 seconds and took it back off. We're back to live action, still tied at 1 without an official explanation from the referee here in the building. So we're just going to say no goal and play on. 8 1/4 left here in the second period. Seattle couldn't clear the zone. Now Yoel Armia shooting down the slot, turned aside by Joey Decord. Kevin Fiala, left wing. Mason Marchment up the board. Seattle clears it out to center. Through the circle comes Chandler Stevenson. Mason Marchment goes offside, and play will stop.
Yeah, he was calling for the puck, and listen, when you call for the puck and you don't get it at the offensive blue line, you have to pull up. You cannot send your rush chance offside.
7:57 to play here in period number 2.
Face off into the neutral zone right down below us.
Magnaneers wins the face-off against Andrei Kopitar. Here's Vince Dunn, right wing for Larson. He'll fire this up the far boards. McCann kept it low to the corner. Cody Ceci. Send it back to Brian Dumoulin. Far side, Dumoulin back to the near wall for Ceci. Kings out to center. Kempe through the logo. Adrian Kempe head fakes McCann. That shot left circle, up and out of play.
Although it didn't end up being a goal, you can build momentum off of situations like that. Obviously, it's not necessarily, hey, I beat them, low on the glove side. They didn't call it a goal. It was a, chaotic net front situation, but it's those net front situations that can result in more goals. So you want to do more of that, and that's what you build around with a situation like that.
Defensive zone face-off for Seattle. One back clean by the Kings. Dumoulin, left wing, and that shot high on Decord. He's able to glove it down for the whistle.
Brian Dumoulin trying to beat his old netminder.
Yeah. Well, partner, it is Dad's weekend, Dads and Mentors trip here in Seattle, and we're going to have an opportunity to see the men that helped shape these young gentlemen's lives. And again, it's so special to get a look inside of that personal world of theirs.
Yeah, it absolutely is. And like I said, it's the commitment, the investment paying off, and all those games you went to when they were kids. It's great to see them now.
Kraken delayed offside. They'll blow the whistle here. I was talking to Jamie Alexiak earlier today. I asked him, I said, is your dad coming? He goes, absolutely. And he's been to 10 of these things already, but man, he loves every single one of them. And you don't realize that, even though you're the father of an NHLer. I'm sure that, Alexiak's dad's been to the final and he's seen him lift the cup and all that, but it's still cool to be in the room with the boys, on the plane, in the hotels, at practice. That's a life that not a lot of us get to see and live.
Well, and like we said, too, some people are coming for the first time, some are coming for the 10th time, and next break, I'd like you to tell the Doughty story from this morning.
Oh, yeah. I would the LA Kings mom's trip is here as well, and I witnessed a funny exchange this morning.
Every child's different with their parents.
Yes, it is. Here's Alexiak behind the Kraken goal line. Riker Evans, he'll send it up the far boards. Capo Caco brings it ahead. He'll send it left wing for Yanni Newman. Slaps it around the boards. Riker Evans on the wall. Dumoulin against the corner boards. Capo Caco, far side for Seattle. Deneau watching him. Cody Ceci, far side. Yanni Newman ties him up. Newman got free with it. Right circle, but had his pocket picked from behind. And Deneau from the red line will send this up the ice. Jamie Alexiak back inside of Seattle territory. Riker Evans up the far wall. Ryan Winterton will catch it. Winterton punts it right corner. Doughty around the kick plate. Save near side Lindgren. Ryan Lindgren's shot hits by a stick in front with 6 to go in the period. Freddie Gaudreau to the near side. Lindgren will take it. Lindgren shot off the body of Byfield. Loose puck working left side. Coming down the boards to pinch was Ben Myers. Kings get it out to center. Now Kevin Fiala. Left side. Montour! What an angle he took on him to knock him on his backside and take the puck away.
Great way to take away a scoring opportunity is put the guy on his caboose.
And no penalty called as well. Ryan Winterton sends it ahead. Now the Kings trying to catch the Kraken in a half change, but Mason Marshman got back in time to lift his stick. Joel Armia to the corner. Byfield back to Armia, threw it in front, knocked away by Mason Marshman. Here comes Seattle, right to left. Marshman shooting wide of the goal. Played on the near side to the line for Dunn. Dunn holds it in, bouncing puck toward the net. And we're going to have a hand pass called here on Seattle. We'll go to our final timeout of this period. I'll come back with that story after this. 5:10 to go, 1-1. We're tied on the Global Credit Union Kraken Audio Network.
Hi, it's Mike Holmgren from my friends at Toyota of Kirkland. If you're looking for a Toyota certified used vehicle, stop in and see the championship team at Toyota of Kirkland today. You'll find a huge selection of Toyota certified vehicles with something for everyone and every budget. Plus, they'll pay you top dollar for your trade-in. Toyota of Kirkland does all the little things that exceed your expectations, and that's what makes Toyota of Kirkland so special. Go and experience Toyota of Kirkland in person or shop online at toyotaofkirkland.com.
On January 2nd, outdoor hockey is coming to South Florida as the Panthers face off against the Rangers in the Discover NHL Winter Classic. Don't miss your chance to be a part of the fun and ring in the new year with an outdoor NHL game in Miami. It's a showdown in the Sunshine State. Adam Fox and the Rangers, Matthew Tkachuk and the Panthers. The Discover NHL Winter Classic. Get your tickets today.
Hi, Coach Mike Holmgren here for R&R Foundation Specialist. In Western Washington, water's always on offense and your basement's always playing D. Thankfully, local R&R Foundation Specialist has the best defense in the league. R&R knows Washington, and their experienced waterproofing team tackles leaks, cracks, and drainage issues with precision and local pride. No fumbles, no blown coverage, just solid protection for your home. Call the team that shuts down water damage, R&R Foundation Specialist. Visit rrfoundationspecialist.com.
This is Jaden Schwartz, forward for the Seattle Kraken.
This is Mason Marshman.
This is Matty Beniers.
Now back to Kraken hockey on the Global Credit Union Kraken Audio Network.
5:10 left here in the second. It's a 1-1 hockey game. And talked about the Kraken dad's trip, LA Kings mom's trip rolling through town here today. And before the game, during morning skates today, LA Kings had their moms on the ice, and they were getting pictures taken and all that. And Drew Doughty's in the back, walking through the tunnel, and the PR person for the Kings says, "Hey, Drew, I'm all ready for pictures for your parents and all that. Do you want a picture with your mom?" And he was like, yes, I will. I mean, if she wants one, yes. But you can tell it was very much like, "Mom,
come on, we've done this 100 times."
But it's for Mom. You never say no to Mom. So
kids never want pictures with their parents.
And again, Drew Doughty, who was an NHL veteran of now 1,230 games. I'm sure Mrs. Doughty has done a ton of these trips, but like we said with Jamie Alexiak's dad, these trips never get old, and you always enjoy seeing your son in this element.
I'm looking forward to seeing the personalities of the dads.
Oh,
I remember a lot of the moms from last year, specifically Joey DeCourt's mom. Very engaging with all the people on the plane. Wanted to say hi to everybody, introduce herself. My son's the goalie.
Yep, walked up and down the aisle, and Joey DeCourt, "Mom, come on.
Mom, stop.
Okay,
come on, Mom.
This is my mom. She's lovely. Yes, she is." 4:09 to play here in this second period. Which goes to show you, whether you're 8, 28, 38, or 58, "Mom, you're embarrassing me."
Well,
still is a thing.
And as Mama Kay would always say, "You're always going to be my son. I don't care how old you are or how much money you make."
Here's Vince Dunn, right side, shot on, turned away by Forsberg. And there is a pile up in front, big hit right in front. Puck was iced here by the Kings after the play with 3:40 to go in the period.
Well, again, I talked about that as one of my keys, wreaking havoc in front of the net. Net front presence. That's not flash screen skating by. That's going to the front of the net, battling to be there, being there when the puck's there. And that goal that was called back, that was a result of that kind of a situation, and so was that last play.
Chandler Stevenson had the secondary assist on McCann's power play goal earlier this period. Wins the faceoff. Here's Dunn left side. Vince Dunn down the boards. Chandler Stevenson. Far half wall. Mason Marshman settles it down. Marshman to the backhand. Looks in front for Tolvanen. That pass under his tape, and away come the Kings left to right. LaFerriere off to Kopitar, far side. His shot into the breadbasket of Joey DeCourt. 3:18 to go in this period.
This time LaFerriere trying to do a little of the same thing Seattle's been doing at the other end of the ice, going hard to the front of the net and stopping right on top of the goal crease in front of Joey Decord.
20-14, Kraken lead in shots. Two defensively stout teams this season.
Shot attempts too. Seattle's ahead in that area, 34-23 so far in this game.
Not a whole lot of offense when these two teams hit the ice. Face off in the Kraken defensive end, won by Seattle. Brandon Montour. Near side, up the wall, Ben Myers to center. Myers left wing, drives it off to the corner. Brian Dumoulin will beat Freddie Gaudreau to it. Now Gaudreau back to the right side, puck scoots by him. Ryan Winterton, Cody Ceci near half wall. Kings get it out. Philip Deneau through center. Over the blue line, Deneau for Fogle, but he lost the puck in his skates. Kraken will clear, but waiting was Brian Dumoulin. Drives it around the wall. To the near corner for Ryan Lindgren. Turns away from Trevor Moore. Gathered by Freddie Gaudreau. Up the far side, Ryan Winterton will send the backhand in. Ceci beating Ben Myers. Ellie Tolvanen kept it on side, but it was thrown right to a waiting Brian Dumoulin. Kings exit the zone and will muscle their way to the offensive end. Kevin Fiala with 2:20 left in the second period. Up the right side, Brant Clark fought off by Mason Marshman. Clark will throw it back to the Kings end. Seattle from the red line redirects it ahead. That was Tolvanen. Noel Armia from Los Angeles. Far side, Byfield. Stepped in front of by Chandler Stevenson. Kraken back to center. Marshman into the offensive zone. Looking down low for Tolvanen. Played off the end wall. Vince Dunn taken off the play by Edmondson. And now the Kraken will chase LA back to their offensive zone. Here comes Byfield in front of Brant Clark. Great defensive play by Ellie Tolvanen to knock the puck loose, and Kraken carry it out. Tolvanen back over the blue line. Marshman right side. Rink wide to Larson. That pass deflects off his stick. Played near corner. Brant Clark hit by Tolvanen, but not before he moves it off to Joel Edmondson. 90 seconds to play in the second. Kevin Fiala for LA. To the center red line. Quentin Byfield will dish this back by Decord. Comes out to play it. Both teams exiting for changes. 1:12 to go. Kraken through center. Eberle, right side, Matty Beniers. To the far corner, skates away from Kopitar. Jordan Eberle around the boards. Left side, held in by McCann. Near blue line for Lindgren. That shot sails wide, comes off the wall. And Forsberg will cover it up. 58 seconds to go in period 2, all even at a goal apiece.
I want to go back to that last play with Brant Clark going hard to the net there. Ellie Tolvanen taking away that pass. I don't have an audio replay or audio telestrator to tell you about, but Tolvanen going back and doing, that's the trust in your players around you that Joey Decord has to have. He has to know, I've got the shot, you take away the pass. That's exactly what Tolvanen did. That's a perfect execution of a defensive play.
We should work on getting an audio telestrator. Here's a Montour shot through traffic, and that glove down by Anton Forsberg. It's funny, you see, we get monitors here in the booth. You got TNT, you got Kraken Hockey Network, but sometimes plays are a lot better on the monitor where you can describe what you're talking about.
One of these days, tech will evolve where we can connect fans that are listening with their phones to our telestrator, and we can draw things up.
Look at that.
Listen out there. Let's build that app.
We put a man on the moon in the 60s, okay? I think we can do that.
We can tie our telestrator to the fans listening to their phones.
Some people will say allegedly, but I fully believe we went to the moon.
That flag was flying straight.
Still there. Here's McCann left side. Pulls it around a defender. And Anton Forsberg turns it away. 18 seconds left in the second. Drew Doughty is in. He's got Kempe left side. That shot wristed away by Joey Decord. Final 10 seconds in the second period. Kraken will flip this up the ice. This will roll all the way down by Anton Forsberg, and that'll do it for period number 2. Each side lights the lamp. It was a power play goal for Jared McCann, assisted by Dunn and Stevenson, and then a short-handed tally by LaFerriere, his 7th from Joel Armia. 1-1. That's all we got, partner.
Shots on goal overall, 22 to 15. That's 6 more for LA in the second period, 16 more for Seattle. So you talk about putting pucks on net. The Kraken were doing that in the second period.
And that was your key coming into this game, one of your keys, the net front presence. But listen, Lane Lambert's been saying all along, last couple of weeks, I want these guys to be more selfish. Shoot the puck more. Take more shots on net. 16 second period shots. Says to me that message is getting through.
Yeah, I mean, listen, this is a team game. It's a team sport. And you always think about, I've got to use the people around me. I can't battle 5 other players by myself. So you're always looking for that perfect pass. But, man, sometimes just getting the puck to that blue paint, as we saw a couple of times in that second period, can result in almost goals, as we saw in the second, and oftentimes goals.
1 for 4 Kraken on the power play, 2 for 2 thus far on the PK, although they do surrender the shorthanded goal. I asked you in the pregame if we've seen the proverbial turning of the corner a little bit on this power play in the special teams units. What have you made of the special teams now through 40?
Well, we talked to him about Lane Lambert making a slight adjustment to his penalty kill, trying to simplify it a little bit. That seems to be paying off. 2 for 2 so far tonight. They were 3 for 3 in the Minnesota game, and grabbing a power play goal, going 1 for 4 so far in this game, also huge. I think this game's going to be one even strength. I don't think you're going to see a lot of special teams in the third period. So the Kraken have to come out thinking that way, that if you're going to get the Kings to take a penalty, they're going to have to earn it. It's going to be something big.
And that's what I was going to ask you too. Again, it's been that tug of war, both sides. Outside of the 16-6 shot discrepancy, it's been a pretty even game thus far. Is that all that you think it's going to take, staying out of the box, or is there something more offensively that you think the Kraken should be doing to generate more offense?
Well, high danger chances in the game. Those are wide open shots in that house area in front of the net. 5-2 LA's favor. So you can't give any more high danger chances here in the third period. I don't care what the shots on goal in the third are. You can't give up those high danger chances. You can't give up breakaways. Last game, Philip Grubauer having to stop a couple of breakaways.
To the locker room we go. Vince Dunn setting up Jared McCann on the power play. Dunner, first of all, welcome on the program. A good first 40 minutes. Just give us your thoughts on what you make of your team's play thus far.
Yeah, I think we're giving ourselves a chance to win tonight, which is positive. I think everyone's feeling pretty good about our game. We're slipping a little bit off the rush. They're really joining and really trying to get behind us and really look to turn and go north when we lose possession there. So just managing the puck a little bit when we're going down the ice. If we have plays, we got to make them. But there's nothing wrong with getting on the forecheck, and I think we've done a pretty decent job of sustaining pressure there.
Vince, you set the physical tone last game in the first period on a big hit. Kraken out-hitting LA tonight 2-1 so far over 2 periods. Do you think that factors in this third period, or is it just playing stout defense and taking advantage of opportunities at the offensive end when you get them?
Yeah, I think just the desperation is noticeable now when, we've been on a little bit of a slide. So I think right now we're being aggressive. We're throwing a lot of pucks on net. We're really trying to upgrade our chances here and not turn down any shots. We know their goalies feeling it, and they defend really hard and kind of slow you down coming into the offensive zone. So they're pretty structural. So just trying to sustain pressure, and I think whenever we can, just throwing pucks on net. I mean, 22 shots going into the third is right where we want to be, a 1-1 game, and I think just being comfortable with that and being patient for our offense.
Lastly, it's Dads and Mentors weekend. Who did you bring with you this weekend, and what's it like to have them and see all the dads here? An opportunity for you to give back, as I say, for all those 6 a.m. car rides when you were growing up.
Yeah, absolutely. I got my brother here, and it's his first time in Seattle and his first Mentors trip. So really special to share that with him. We grew up playing hockey with each other and against each other. He actually played with Marchment too, so a cool little bond there. So it's been really special to just share some time away from our hometown, and he gets a really good feel of how things run behind the scenes. So it's been a lot of fun so far, and hopefully we can get this win for them. They're obviously a huge part of our life. Everyone that we brought here is here for a reason, so it's always special to have them around.
Well, hey, congrats on the assist, man. Best of luck in the third.
All right, cheers, guys.
Kraken defenseman Vince Dunn, 1-1 through 40. Mike Benton after this on the Global Credit Union Kraken Audio Network.
Your soul may feel broken today.
Joel Osteen.
But your soul can be restored.
Salvation.
Healing will come. Joy will come. Peace will come.
Be inspired.
Forces that have held you back are being broken off of your emotions, your attitudes, your thoughts. You are not going to live wounded. He's restoring your soul.
Joel Osteen Radio, Sirius XM 128, and on the Sirius XM app.
Experience the pinnacle of club soccer in the UEFA Champions League on Sirius XM FC. This is the place where legends are born.
Merseyside magic from Mo Salah.
Dynasties are built.
Real Madrid do what they do best.
And history is made.
It is a night to remember for Paris Saint-Germain.
Hear the top Champions League matches all season long on Sirius XM FC 157 and the Sirius XM app.
Join me, Ward Stellick, and Scott Laughlin as we recap the night that was on NHL Morning Skate, weekday mornings at 7 a.m. Eastern on NHL Network Radio, Sirius XM 91.
Sirius XM.
You're listening to Sirius XM Radio.
You're listening to Sirius XM Radio. Sirius XM.
This is Sirius XM. You're listening to Sirius XM Radio.
Sirius XM Radio.
Sirius XM Radio.
The best hockey lives here.
Burns gets it back. Stick handles to the backhand. Moves in front. Score!
NHL play-by-play on Sirius XM. Hockey lives here.
Suzuki sweeps it. There's a chance. Rebound. Caulfield shoots and scores.
NHL play-by-play on Sirius XM.
Because hope and help is always a click away.
It's second intermission of Kraken Hockey on the Global Credit Union Kraken Audio Network. Brought to you by Global Credit Union, your world of financial possibilities. Now, here's Mike Benton.
On December 14th, join us for Youth Sports Night presented by Brooks. Bring the energy to the deep as youth sports teams from every sport come together for an unforgettable night. To get tickets, head to seattlekraken.com/tickets. Let's pause 10 seconds for a station ID on the Global Credit Union Kraken Audio Network. Great time to welcome our 26 affiliates all across the Global Credit Union Kraken Audio Network. And a special hello this evening to 95.3 KGY, based in Olympia, Washington. Kraken 1, Kings 1 is our score at the end of 1 or 2 periods of play. Beg your pardon. Mike Benton again with you back by the Coors Light Landing and Section 20. Let's get to the highlights right now. This Seattle Kraken drive to the net scoring recap is brought to you by the all-new Chevy Trax. Now bigger and bolder, Trax is the perfect assist for all of life's adventures. The Kraken go to the power play in period 2, and who comes through looking for pay dirt?
Now Seattle saves it. Done. High slot. McCann scores! Jared McCann on the power play with 16:39 to play in the second. It's a 1-0 Seattle Kraken lead.
Well, Quentin Byfield broke his stick, and I couldn't believe it. He went to the bench to get a new stick, which left 3 King players in their own zone to defend 5 Kraken players. Dunn gets the puck on the half wall, feeds to McCann, top of the circles. He beats Anton Forsberg. It's 1-0 Seattle.
Jared McCann, one-timer from the slot. No mistake on Forsberg. His 5th goal of the season coming at 3:21 of period 2 in the power play. Vince Dunn, Chandler Stevenson the assist in the Kraken power play after going through a 1 of 16 stretch. They are now 2 for their last 5. But a big turning point. The Kraken had a great chance to expand the lead to 2. Misfiring on a 5-on-3. The Kings tie the game on a shorthanded goal by Alex Laferriere. Joel Armia had the assist coming at 8:16 off a shorthanded breakaway. The game all tied up at 1. Your shots on net right now, 22-15. Kraken over the Kings as both teams tied at 1 through 2 periods of play. A deeper look inside our numbers coming up next. You're listening to the Global Credit Union Kraken Audio Network.
Toyota-thon is on. Get in the spirit of the season with a new Toyota. Now through January 5th, get 2.99 APR financing on remaining new 25 Tacomas. Excludes TRD Pro and Trail Hunter. Or lease a 25 Tacoma SR5 for $259 a month for 39 months with $39.99 due at signing.
With approved credit through TFS, tax, title, and license extra. A negotiable doc fee of up to $200 may be added. Call 1-888-48-TOYOTA for details or go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing
At
Company,
Global Credit
Colorado.
Union, it's all about you. Sign up for direct deposit and you could get an early payday up to 3 days sooner. Need a loan? Here you'll discover competitive rates and lower fees than you might find elsewhere. Want to talk to a real person instead of a robot? You got it. With neighborhood branches near you and a live 24/7 365 US-based call center. So what are you waiting for? Discover your world of financial possibilities at globalcu.org. Become a member today.
At Symetra Life Insurance Company, we're big fans of the home team. As in the team you have at home. The loved ones who always have your back through the tough times, through the good times, and through the greatest of all times. So when it comes to helping protect your future, we can be your teammate for whatever lies ahead. Symetra. Retirement, benefits, life insurance. Official life insurance partner of the Seattle Kraken.
This is Jared McCann. You're listening to Seattle Kraken Hockey on the Kraken Audio Network.
Time for our building blocks brought to you by Emerald Queen Casino, the betting capital of the Northwest. With this game all tied at 1, Kraken and the Kings through 2 periods. First off, shot attempts at 5-on-5 right now. The Kraken on track to finish with the lead, 4th straight game. Right now on top of the Kings, 38-25. So a shooter's mentality very vital heading into period 3. Additionally, high danger attempts. The Kings on top right now, 5-2 in 5-on-5 situations. And of course, as Al Kaniski referenced earlier, you just can't give up any more high danger chances, especially in period 3, and you can't give up breakaways as well. Face-offs, this important for puck possession. The Kraken lead 51%, and the Rockstar at the face-off circle, Chandler Stevenson, he's gone 9 of 10 so far at the face-off dot. Kraken 1, Kings 1 after 2 periods. Al Kaniski joins us after this, and this is the Global Credit Union Kraken Audio Network.
Hi, it's me, Katie Nolan, host of Casuals with Katie Nolan. It's holiday season, which means it's the perfect time to curl up on the couch with a nice mug of hot chocolate and watch a bunch of elite athletes stir up juicy in-game drama for your viewing pleasure. Sports are the ultimate comfort watch to get you through the cold months. So whether you're a diehard sports fan or just an intrigued channel flipper, listen to Casuals to keep up to date with all the latest in-game and online drama. You can find Casuals on the SiriusXM app, Pandora, or wherever you get your podcasts. And don't forget to follow the show so you never miss an episode. Love you. Mean it.
Experience the pinnacle of club soccer in the UEFA Champions League on Sirius XM FC. This is the place where legends are born.
Merseyside magic from Mo Salah.
Dynasties are built.
Real Madrid do what they do best.
And history is made.
It is a night to remember for Paris Saint-Germain.
Hear the top Champions League matches all season long on Sirius XM FC 157 and the Sirius XM app.
Join me, Gord Stellick, and Scott Laughlin as we recap the night that was on NHL Morning Skate, weekday mornings at 7 a.m. Eastern on NHL Network Radio, Sirius XM 91.
Join me, Scott Laughlin, and Gord Stellick, along with former NHLer Mike Johnson for NHL Morning Skate, weekday mornings, 7 a.m. Eastern on NHL Network Radio, Sirius XM 91.
Sirius XM Radio. 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 This is Sirius XM. You're listening to Sirius XM Radio. Sirius XM.
This is Jaden Schwartz. You're listening to Seattle Kraken Hockey on the Kraken Audio Network.
Out-of-town scoreboard update brought to you by Legends Casino Hotel. Legends Casino, because you're within winning distance and fun is how we roll. Well, the Florida Panthers doing the Kraken a solid this evening. They scored a late third period goal and beat the Utah Mammoth. 4-3 is your final score, which keeps Utah 3 points ahead of the Kraken in the West. Mike Benton with you. Kraken and Kings 1-1 tie through 2 periods. Up we go to Al Kaniski. Big Al, what's cracking?
Mikey B, what's cracking? 1-1 game heading into the third period here. And I don't think we're going to see as much special teams work here in the third as we saw in the second, but remains to be seen.
Well, you can't be surprised with a game this tight, I think. And one of your keys, Al, was stay at 5-on-5 and keep it simple. So what do you like about play at 5-on-5 so far?
Yeah, I mean, the Kraken have done a good job in that area. I think out-chancing the Kings over 2 periods. I think that the power play's gone 1 for 4 when they haven't been 5-on-5. Penalty kills 2 for 2. That shorthanded goal, man, as a player, that really hurts. That takes the wind out of your sails. I don't care how much momentum you have on that power play situation, going into that power play. When you give up a shorthanded goal, it's tough to get that momentum back very quickly.
And the Kraken trying to get it back right here at 5-on-5 with period 3 around the corner. Al, thanks so much. Talk to you then.
You got it, Mikey B.
All right, again, Al Kaniski joining us. Kraken 1, Kings 1, Joey Decord, Anton Forsberg blinking just once on each side. Can the Kraken get the next one? Everett now have period 3. Next, you're listening to the Global Credit Union Kraken Audio Network.
Hey, this is Everett Fitzhugh. The Kraken are back, and Toyota of Olympia is proud to be part of the journey. As the season kicks off, there's no better time to explore our full lineup of reliable, adventure-ready Toyotas, from the versatile RAV4 to the powerful Tacoma. Toyota of Olympia has got the perfect ride for every fan. And, just like the Kraken, we're all about performance, teamwork, and supporting our community. Toyota of Olympia, driven by community, powered by performance.
There's never been a better time to have the Global Credit Card. Apply now for our 1.9% APR introductory offer and get ready to win 1 million reward points during our Million Points Mania giveaway. Starting November 17th, every purchase you make with the Global Credit Card is a chance to win. Use your points for a dream vacation or instant cash off at Walmart, Walgreens, or CVS. The choice is yours. To get started, visit globalcu.org or call 800-525-9094. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, Kraken fans, Everett Fitzhugh here for Virginia Mason Franciscan Health. Want to experience a Kraken game like never before? Bid for exclusive Center Ice Club seats and a once-in-a-lifetime chance to ride the Zamboni on the ice. Your generous donation supports the Hockey Fights Cancer Fund at Virginia Mason Franciscan Health, helping to drive cutting-edge cancer research and patient care. Make a bid at vmfh.org/Zamboni.
Considering a feed in front, great glove save. Time for third period action on the Global Credit Union Kraken Audio Network. Powered by Primera Blue Cross. By Beacon Plumbing, Heating, and Mechanical. Here's Everett Fitzhugh and Al Kaniski.
Big third period coming up for the Seattle Kraken. They're tied 1-1 with the LA Kings. Kraken out shooting LA 16-6 in that second period, partner. Kraken trying to snap this 0-5-1 stretch.
Yeah, out-chancing them as well, 38-25. High danger chances still in LA's favor, 5-2, but I think this game's going to end. You hate to say next goal wins, but it's probably not going to be a pretty one. It's probably going to be a greasy one like we saw in the second period that was called no goal against the Kraken.
Hey, Al.
Yeah.
Dads are here. 1-1 going into the third. You know what that means? 20 miles for 20 smiles. Back underway from CPA. Kraken going back left to right across your radio dial. Also want to welcome our audience listening coast to coast across North America on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio, channel 91, as Seattle will ice the puck off the opening third period faceoff. Draw coming back down, Joey Decord way.
Yeah, essentially a reset. 12 seconds in, no harm, no foul.
Matty Beniers comes in across from Andrei Kopitar. Left circle on the near side. Beniers comes in a little early. I'll stand him up now. He comes back set. 12 seconds gone here in the third. Face-off won by the Kings. A Ferrier left side. That shot goes off a stick blade and will deflect to the far corner. Kraken back to the left wing red line. Eberle will slide this around the boards. In behind Forsberg. McCann plays it off the boards. Centering pass. In front to Eberle. Got bumped off by LaFerriere. Couldn't pull it quick enough. And the Kings come back the other way. They are drawn offside and play will stop.
What a move by Jared McCann to set that up. Sold the shot to Forsberg. Drew the puck back like he was going to rip a wrist shot toe drag and then a slide over to Eberle. He just couldn't get his stick turned around and get wood on it to get that puck in the back of the net.
And it was just a little subtle bump from LaFerriere behind. Nothing nefarious from LaFerriere.
Nothing.
And it was a good play by 14 in white to disrupt Eberle's angle ever so slightly to keep this a 1-1 game. Neutral zone face-off as LA entered offside. Now the Kraken will toss it up the right wing boards. That's Montour. Icing called here. We've played 41 seconds of this third period.
And we've had 2 whistles.
Yeah. Kraken on a flight tomorrow to Salt Lake City, Utah. They'll take on the Mammoth on Friday. Back for a 5 p.m. game Sunday against the Buffalo Sabres. And they will wrap up the home portion of their pre-holiday schedule Tuesday against the Colorado Avalanche. Another nationally televised game. So a week from today, your only local source for Kraken hockey right here on the Kraken Audio Network.
I hope it's sunny in Salt Lake City.
Oh my goodness.
One of the prettiest cities in the winter when it's sunny.
I don't think I've seen the sun here since Thanksgiving. Now we're going to have a penalty called on Mason Marchment in the far corner as he and Joel Edmondson were tied up going to the left corner.
The puck was between Edmondson's leg and Marchment went down to play it, and in the process pulled his right leg out from underneath him.
He skated by him, and it looked like incidental.
Seattle 27 is 2 minutes for tripping.
It looked like incidental contact on Marchment. He was going for the puck.
I don't love a tripping penalty when you're playing the puck, and in the process the player goes down while you're playing the puck.
I'm not a fan of that one. I would have let that one go. Tied at 1, 19:06 to play in the third.
I think sometimes when it's an offensive zone situation, referees are a little quicker to put their hands up because you get the advantage in that offensive end of the ice as a result of that unintended contact.
So Kraken 2 for 2 on the PK thus far. Here's Fiala. Left side looking in front. Armia trying to pull it around to Cord, and he couldn't get it by him. Fiala resets, trying to send it across right circle for Kempe. This is tipped up the ice by Eeli Tolvanen. Los Angeles behind their own goal. 1:35 to go. On their power play, Drew Doughty through center. Leaving for Fiala. In over the blue line, left side. Fiala hands it off. It's deflected, caught by Armia, and fluttered back to the half wall. Fiala near side, skates away. Chandler Stevenson will bump him off the puck. Kings save it. Ryan Lindgren, far corner. Armia centers a pass in front. That one thrown on goal. Montour fires it across the ice. Near side to far wall for Stevenson. He'll drop it back into the Kraken den. Decord knocks it down for Lindgren. Both teams offer changes once more. Montour, left wing for the captain, Eberle. He'll rim it around the boards. Marchment, right corner, battling Dumoulin. The latter pumps it around the boards. Kempe for LA, knocked away. Matty Beniers, far side. Marchment around the boards. Here's Larson, comes down the wing to keep it onside. Eberle, far circle. Beniers forced off the angle by Kopitar. Matty Beniers up top. Vince Dunn. Bouncing puck around the wing to the near side wall. Beniers and Larson for Seattle. 13 to go in the period. Here's Eberle in front. Jared McCann wide open, but his stick was lifted ever so slightly from behind. And that pass caroms all the way down the ice. LA off for a line change.
Yeah, I got handcuffed just as he was trying to get the shot off.
Here comes McCann back into the zone. He'll flip the puck to the right corner. Drew Doughty first to it for LA. Mikey Anderson up the near boards for Fogle. Out to center. Winterton tagged up, but Drew Doughty, fresh off the bench, takes the puck away from him. LA sends it into the offensive zone. Trevor Moore, far side. Deneau now for LA. To the line, held in. Doughty shoots, gloved down by Decord. Played it near side. Gaudreau takes the pass from Alexiak. Here comes Ben Myers through center. 3-on-2 back in. Myers to Gaudreau. Drops it back to Riker Evans. His shot from the slot turned away by Anton Forsberg. Kraken back to the right point near side. Alexiak around the boards. Myers beat by Doughty. Held in far point though by Evans. Down to Myers. Turns in the high slot. Myers. Far side Alexiak. Backhand pass across. Evans plays it off the boards. Now Myers. Top of the left circle. Puts it toward the goal. Waited too long for the shot. It got deflected. And now Philippe Deneau takes over for LA with 11:45 left in this third period. 1-1. We're still tied. Alexiak to the near side. Shane Wright chasing after it. Mikey Anderson gets there for LA. Now Joel Edmondson. Bouncing pass to the middle. Jeff Malott kicks it across. Riker Evans takes it for Seattle. So throw it back to the near corner of the Kraken zone for Montour. Puck back to the neutral zone. Shane Wright chasing after it. Brant Clark takes it away. Corey Perry lunging it ahead to the high slot for Brant Clark. He'll send this to the left wing corner near side with 11:11 to play in this third period. Kako back to center. Yanni Newman, left wing, slides it below the goal line. Edmondson takes it away from Montour. And Jeff Malott hands it off to Clark. Kings through the logo. Brant Clark turns away at the red line. Will go back into his own end. Now Byfield, fresh off a line change. Down the boards, Fiala to Byfield once again. Byfield near blue line. Dumoulin sends it across for CeCe. Far side for Fiala. Up top, CeCe shoots, blocked by Tolvanen. It'll carry him back to the red line.
Good block by Tolvanen there.
10:35 left here in the third. Joel Armia tied at 1 here as Larson takes it away from Armia near circle of the Kraken zone, and a penalty coming here to the LA Kings. 10:23 to go. Larson went for a ride. Kraken back to the power play when we come back in a 1-1 game on the Global Credit Union Kraken Audio Network.
Saturday night is John Cena's last match, and Pro Wrestling Nation 24/7 is spending the entire week celebrating the career of the 17-time world champion.
The greatest professional wrestler of our generation.
And at 10 Eastern, get immediate reaction as Dave LaGreca hosts Busted Open After Dark.
You bought a ticket because you knew he was going to be in the ring.
Coverage of John Cena's last match is on Pro Wrestling Nation 24/7, channel 156 in the car, and on the SiriusXM app.
Hockey 24/7 on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
Connor Bedard. Nobody said last year was bad, but what we're seeing now, he's the dog on the bone. It was almost as if he had some cement in his skates last year, and he wasn't F1 ever. He's different. This has been different. He wasn't bad last year. He was good. Now he's great right now.
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. Sirius XM 91. And on your schedule with the Sirius XM app.
Experience the pinnacle of club soccer in the UEFA Champions League on Sirius XM FC. This is the place where legends are born.
Merseyside magic from Mo Salah.
Dynasties are built.
Real Madrid do what they do best.
And history is made.
It is a night to remember for Paris Saint-Germain.
Hear the top Champions League matches all season long on Sirius XM FC 157 and the Sirius XM app.
Big power play coming up for Seattle. 1 for 4 are the Kraken so far tonight on the man advantage. Kraken power play presented by Muckleshoot Casino Resort, voted best casino resort in the Pacific Northwest.
Kraken have been putting more pucks to the front of the net. Their first power play of the game way back in the first period. Didn't have any shots on goal, but progressively with each one, there have been a lot more pucks finding to the front of Anton Forsberg's net.
10:23 left in the third period. 24-20. Kraken lead in shots. We're tied at 1. Face-off won by the Kraken. Done. Far side McCann to the corner. Eberle on the goal line. Centering pass in front. Matty Beniers trying to jam it home. And Anton Forsberg puts the glove on top and holds.
Matty Beniers doing a perfect job crashing the net, looking for the puck on his stick. But even if he doesn't get it on his stick, he turns his skate sideways. So even if the puck hits his skates, it goes back towards the net.
And again, you can't kick it in the net, but
you can direct it.
You can direct it with your skate. You can pivot your foot, if you will. 10:13 to go, 1:51 left on this Kraken power play clock. Plenty of time to go on this Seattle man advantage. Byfield off the Kings face-off win will skip the stone 200 feet. Joey DeCord out to play it. He'll drop it off to Vince Dunn. Dunn through the logo, wasting little time. Left side, McCann drives it hard around the boards. Matty Beniers, right corner. Played off the goal line. Vince Dunn lost it. McCann finds it and fires it wide of the goal from just inside the left wing of the slot. Here's McCann, left side boards. Vince Dunn to the half wall. Dunn finds a lane, shoots off the shoulder of Anton Forsberg. Seattle resets. McCann near side for Dunn. Chips it off to the corner, now down the slot. Chandler Stevenson into the chest of Anton Forsberg. What a pass. Eberle from the left corner whips it out. Stevenson in stride. Forsberg strong to the task.
But you notice the quickness of the passing. It goes from the far blue line down to Eberle. Eberle wastes no time putting it back up into the slot to Stevenson with a quick shot on goal. That's the kind of passing and shooting that leads to power play goals.
And that's one thing you and I were talking about with Mike on the latest episode of Kraken Weekly. The power play Seattle is seeing, it happens so quick. You need that quick tape-to-tape puck movement to move the puck around.
Yeah, I mean, it makes it harder for the penalty killers to follow the puck.
Face-off won by the Kings, but Seattle will crash the draw. They had it tied up in the far corner momentarily. Kings get through it and will slide it down the ice. 55 left on this Kraken power play. Montour dropping for Tolvanen. Here comes Seattle down the right side. Tolvanen 1-on-4 into the offensive zone. Kings get there first. Cody Ceci to the red line. Will flip this up the ice. Mason Marchment picks it up for Seattle. 9 to go in the third. 36 left on the Kraken power play. Right side, Montour. Around the boards, Mason Marchment to the near blue line for Tolvanen. Elliot Tolvanen off the end wall. Capo Caco. Near corner to the line now. Tolvanen once again. Here's Shane Wright. Far side. There's Montour on the back door. Looking for Capo Caco. That pass got knocked away. Here's Caco. Left boards for Montour. Back to Caco in front. Tolvanen drives. And Forsberg there once again to cover it up.
Well, that'll go down as the fourth shot on goal on this power play. Still 11 seconds left, but as I sit at the top of the power play, the Kraken are doing a progressively better job with each power play getting pucks to the front of the LA net.
Capo Caco from behind the Kings net had Ellie Tolvanen.
Yeah, he didn't get all of it.
Yeah. Down to one knee in the faceoff dot. Sorry, partner.
No, that's okay. It was just more of an attempt to get a one-timer off, but he just got probably 50% of the speed he wanted on that shot.
8:30 left here in the period. Face-off won by the Kraken. Dunn to Larson left side. And that shot fought off by Forsberg. Final 4 seconds off this Kraken power play clock. 1 for 5 are Seattle as Kevin Fiala returns to the playing surface. 8 1/4 to go in regulation. 1-1. We're all even. Kraken trying to close out this homestand on a high note and put to rest this 6-game winless skid. 0-5-1. Andrei Kopitar turns it over. Freddie Gaudreau left side of the offensive end. Doughty took it, gave it right to Ben Myers. Here's Winterton trying to flip it up over the shoulder of Forsberg. Got too much air under it. It'll float behind the goal. Andrei Kopitar near side to the line. Held in by Montour. Seattle keeps the offensive zone. Lindgren, far corner. Montour behind the net. Doughty picks his pocket rather. And away comes Adrian Kempe. From the red line, sends it on to DeCord. Slides it off to Montour. Up the wall for Winterton, right wing. And from the red line, Seattle slides it ahead and turns off for a change. 7:16 to go in the third. 1-1, we're even. Kraken +9, 29-20 on the shot clock. LA, right corner of the offensive end. Evans and Deneau battling for it. Los Angeles on the near line. Joel Edmondson shot tipped by LaFerriere over top of the goal. Loose puck rimmed around to the near boards. Jamie Alexiak sends a backhand pass through the neutral zone. Brent Clark waiting inside of his own end for LA. Kings flip it up the ice. Alexiak in front of his own goal. Carries near side. Backhand of the neutral zone. Dumoulin knocks it down. LaFerriere picks it back up. 6:35 left in regulation. Riker Evans to Tolvanen. Pumps it off to Alexiak in Seattle. Near side of the offensive, or the defensive zone rather. Sends it ahead. Kings, though, knock it free. Jeff Malott misplays a pass in the left wing corner. McCord comes out to play it. Malott near side. Rims it around the board. CC on the blue line. Stopped by Corey Perry. A shot toward the goal. That'll hit Riker Evans right in the midsection. Puck up in the air. Joey Decord. A glove save. Turns it down. Loose puck. Turcotte on. And Decord sprawls out of the goal crease to cover it up. Sans stick.
Decord down on his back. That puck popped up, and it looked like from our angle it was going to drop down behind him. He reaches it up with his left hand in his glove and whacks it out of the air to keep it out of the net.
He whacked it out of the air with the back of his glove. 6:02 left in regulation. Tied at 1. Back after this on the Global Credit Union Kraken Audio Network.
Hi, Coach Mike Holmgren here for R&R Foundation Specialist. In football and fixing cracked home foundations, team and trust matters. R&R is a family-run team from right here in Western Washington. No corporations, just hardworking pros who show up, suit up, and get the job done right. They're built with their reputation on honesty, hustle, and hometown pride. When your home's on the line, call my home team, the local one that plays with heart. R&R Foundation Specialist. Visit rrfoundationspecialist.com.
At Global Credit Union, it's all about you. Sign up for direct deposit and you could get an early payday up to 3 days sooner. Need a loan? Here you'll discover competitive rates and lower fees than you might find elsewhere. Want to talk to a real person instead of a robot? You got it. With neighborhood branches near you and a live 24/7 365 U.S.-based call center. So what are you waiting for? Discover your world of financial possibilities at globalcu.org. Become a member today.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious with multiple engine options and impressive towing. While Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability.
Nice.
Making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. See your Northwest Chevy dealer.
This is Jamie Oleksiak. You're listening to Seattle Kraken Hockey on the Kraken Audio Network.
6:02 left here in regulation. Kraken 1, Kings 1. Riker Evans wearing a puck to the face to keep it out. Joey Decord getting the front of that jersey wet on the ice to make sure this game stays level.
Yeah, quite the flurry in front of the Kraken net. Both the defenseman and Joey Decord doing their part to keep that puck out.
Defensive zone faceoff for Seattle. One back by the Kraken. Riker Evans back on the ice.
No big deal.
No big deal. A few drops of blood lighter. That's about it.
Didn't need these stitches. He's good.
5:50 to go, and now we're going to have a stoppage here. Corey Perry gets hit up high in the face with something. No blood, it looks like, at least of now.
Didn't see any Kool-Aid on the ice.
No. I'll never forget when I was my first year in junior hockey working for the Youngstown Phantoms in the USHL. We had a player got hit up high, slashed by a stick, and I went to our trainer and I said, "What do you do?" He goes, "Honestly, I just take some super glue and I just throw it in there." And that was the wildest thing I'd ever heard of. I was 24 years old. My first job in hockey, back with a team, and I'm like, "You put super glue on that? Weird."
They're going to look at this.
Seattle 41 has 4 minutes for high sticking. That play will be under review.
So they're going to review it.
So Corey Perry and Riker Evans came together, and in the process, Riker Evans' stick came up. That's what caught Corey Perry in the face. I didn't think it was enough for 4, but...
Well, I mean, if there's blood, and the first initial contact, as we saw the replay now...
After review, the call on the ice is confirmed. Seattle 41 has 4 minutes for high sticking.
The first contact with Evans' stick was actually to the visor, the plastic part of the shield, but then it was that second point of contact on the shaft of Evans that caught Perry.
Well, I think also when you watch the replay, you don't see Evans' stick come up because of something where Perry's stick lifted it. It was in response to being hit by Perry that Evans' stick came up, but Perry went down pretty hard holding his face. And that helped sell the goal.
So a big double minor here for Seattle to kill off, and If you're unfamiliar with a double minor, it's essentially 2 power plays back-to-back. If the Kings score in the first one, the clock resets to 2. If they score under 2 minutes, that's it. That's all for the power play. Unlike a major where you have to serve every minute of the 5 and you can score as many times as you see fit. So a double minor, maximum 2 goals. Kraken hoping to keep it 0, though. They're tied 1-1.
Yeah, if they do, it'll leave about 1:30.
Here's Fiala, backhand on, he scores! Kopitar caught Fiala from the left wing circle down the slot in stride. And Kevin Fiala goes under the bar, in, and the Kings on top 2-1.
Yeah, Kopitar just waiting for Fiala to strike through that blue line there with a head of steam, and he beat Adam Larsson at the blue line. He goes forehand backhand, very similar to the first goal.
Yeah.
Scored by LA, by Laferriere.
That is now the team-leading 11th goal of the season.
So it stays 5-on-4. The clock sets to 2 minutes now.
Yep.
The Kraken will have the remainder of this 4-minute power play for LA to kill off.
So Kopitar and Kempe on the assist. That'll be Kempe's first assist. Sorry, it goes Kraken number 9. I have 2 9s on my score sheet. Here's Byfield. He'll walk in. Laferriere right corner. Rimmed around the boards. Trevor Moore. Moore, left corner as he'll bounce it around the kick plate. Quentin Byfield back to the behind the net for Moore. Here's Corey Perry. He'll center it Laferriere to the near line for Brent Clark. Down low to the corner, Perry. He drew the penalty. Now for Clark. Left side, Moore. Perry trying to cross it over, but it was blocked by Jamie Alexiak. 6-7 frame. Here's Corey Perry. Right wing side, 1:15 to go on this LA King power play. Down the slot, Laferriere will push it wide of the goal. Seattle gets there and will send it down the ice.
Freddie Gaudreau with the clear there.
4:20 to play in the third. Kraken have got 58 seconds to kill. Down 2-1. Here's Kempe in. Kings stay just onside as Kopitar to the left wing wall. Fiala up top. Kopitar shot blocked by Lindgren. Lindgren back to the near line. Kopitar holds it. Fiala took it to the slot for Kempe. Larsson knocked it away. Kings up top. Doughty near side. Kopitar left circle. Shot toward the goal. Broken up there as Armia couldn't pull it around. LA keeps it onside. 25 to go on the power play. Fiala far side. Kempe right circle. Forced off the puck by Tolvanen, and the Kraken will clear. Final 15 on this Seattle Kraken penalty kill. 3:30 to go.
Tolvanen got checked right into the door of the Kraken box. He's not feeling well after that.
Here come the Kings back in. Fiala on the backhand. Cuts in front to Cord. Makes the save. Power play done for the Kings, but they keep the line. Deneau shot from the slot. Tipped over top of the cage. And the Seattle Kraken will pick up the puck. This is Brandon Montour. Slides it out to Jared McCann. 3 minutes to play in the third. McCann, left wing for Matty Beniers. Turns away from Edmondson. Edmondson against Beniers. Got his stick on that shot. Redirected it wide of the goal. Now Montour couldn't hold the line. Here's Trevor Moore. Left side across. Fogle, a backhand on goal. Cord makes the save as right in front of the cage was Trevor Moore. And Cord got a piece of it. Seattle. They'll toss the puck into the offensive zone. 2.5 coming up to play in this third period. Los Angeles from the near corner of the defensive zone will send it down the ice. Riker Evans from his own end. 2:25 left in period 3. Kraken need 1. They're down 2-1. Shane Wright, near corner. Marchment below the goal line to the far side now for Wright. Seattle in the offensive zone. Left wing boards. Marchment up top, hands it off to Evans. He'll send this to the half wall. Dunn up top. Now a Marchment shot redirected wide of the goal. 2 minutes to play in the third period. Kings will clear. Vince Dunn sends it up the near side. Marchment, right wing circle around Edmondson, but he'll use his stick on the wraparound to poke it free. Kings clear it up the ice. A bouncing puck down the right wing boards. Icing called on Los Angeles. 1:46 to go in regulation.
Well, with under 2 minutes left now, Seattle's probably got to think about pulling Joey to court, especially with this offensive zone faceoff as he heads towards the bench.
It's like you're listening, partner.
Seattle will send out 6 to the LA end of the ice. Face off to the right of Anton Forsberg.
Face off for the far circle. Net is empty for Seattle. 1:46 to play here in the homestand. Kraken down 2-1. Byfield tossed out of the dot. Far side. Stevenson will stay for the Kraken. Now Byfield will stay in.
Yeah.
Face off one back by the Kraken, but they lost it. Kings bounce it toward the empty net. That'll sail wide off the stick of Cody Ceci. And the face off back down into LA territory.
I don't know why Byfield stood in there. Linesman.
He clearly emphatically
made the
waved
sign.
him out. He said, "You're gone." That was a umpire's toss.
Maybe Byfield said, "Pretty please," can I say?
What if I promised to not do it again? Face off one by the Kraken, left side to Montour. He'll backhand it down the wall. Here's Eberle to the near wing corner. Chandler Stevenson to the half boards. Stevenson puts on the brakes. 1:25 to go. Stevenson shoots, knocked down by Forsberg, and the rebound picked up by Corey Perry. He'll send it backhand to the neutral zone.
I like that shot, though.
Played by Vince Dunn. Dunn, left side, hard around the glass to the near half wall. Montour saves it, a shot tipped wide by Chandler Stevenson. Here's Beniers to the far corner. Left wing for McCann to the line. Shot on Montour. And gloved down through traffic by Anton Forsberg.
Yeah, 2 good shots there. First one by Beniers, that one by Montour. Made sure they got it through traffic and gave Anton Forsberg something that was a little difficult to stop and cover up for the whistle.
2-1 Kings. 1 minute exactly left in regulation. Now Seattle will call their timeout. Well, partner, we had a feeling special teams would play the deciding factor in this one. It was a power play goal from Kevin Fiala. Team leading 11th of the season for the Kings on a double minor. That put LA on top.
Well, I think it favored Seattle to hopefully settle this game at even strength, and that was not the case on the 4-minute minor penalty by Riker Evans, and LA able to capitalize at the top half of that 4-minute minor.
So the Seattle Kraken will use their timeout. Trying to wrap up this homestand and get 2 much-needed points.
Kraken coach Aaron Schneekloff over there at the bench drawing up what he wants to see happen over this minute. Probably 1 or 2 plays he wants to see set up and happen 1 or 2 times to try and generate this game-tying goal for Seattle.
Kraken have got a pair of 6-on-5 goals this season. They're going to need a third one. Out of our timeout, Chandler Stevenson, Andrei Kopitar, the face-off dot. Right wing side, near circle. Kraken controlled it momentarily, but Trevor Moore on the near side. Kings force it back to the red line, and Seattle picks it up from there. 48 seconds to go. Montour left to right through center from the near red line. Drives it around the boards. Forsberg let it go. Centering pass in front. Stevenson caught Forsberg leaning, and it was Jared McCann who got hooked on the way by. And now McCann very slow to get up.
Yeah, he's in some agony down beside the King net.
Oh, he tripped over the skate of Anton Forsberg.
Yeah, Forsberg coming out to make the save, caught the back of McCann's left skate, taking him down. And if you're a skater, that's called a slew foot.
Yeah.
I don't know what you call as a goaltender in that situation, but that's exactly what happened to McCann there. He got slew footed.
McCann's skate.
31, LA's got a minor for a trip.
So that's Anton Forsberg, the goalie for LA, that will get that penalty. 38.8 seconds left. Kraken will get the last power play of the game, barring any more penalties, I suppose. Could happen.
Stranger things, my friend. So 6 on 4 as Jared McCann being helped down the tunnel, and you hate to see that. Now 6 games since coming back from injury, and now being helped down the tunnel, can barely put any weight.
Yeah, when you get tripped like that, it's, you know, you're not braced for it, you're not ready for it, you're not expecting it.
No.
So catches you by surprise, and sometimes that you can get injuries from that. It's different from getting tripped going forward.
So Trevor Moore will serve it. 38.8 to go. 6 on 4. 2-man advantage for the Seattle Kraken. Down a goal, 2-1. Seattle wins it. Tolvanen, left side. Montour winds, fires. Forsberg gloves it down.
Yeah, good shot by Montour. Probably not enough traffic in front yet. He's got to get that shot off as late as possible before he gets a King player in front of him attacking the shot.
32.9 seconds to go. Chandler Stevenson, your best face-off man, in the face-off dot against Andrzej Kopitar. Tied up off the draw. Kopitar wins it. Edmondson around the boards. Dunn saves it. Near corner. Here's Tolvanen to the face-off dot. Centering pass. On the power play, the Seattle Kraken tie the game. 2-2. 2:48. 24.8 left in this third.
Well, Seattle loses that draw at the offensive end of the ice, but it's Vince Dunn down inside the blue line, keeping the puck in. He gets it down to Tolvanen. Tolvanen sells the shot, lets it go. It's a deflection by Matty Beniers that ties this game up at 2.
19:36, time of the goal. And the Kraken, 6 on 4, 2-man advantage. Light the lamp, their second power play goal of the night. And we are back even. That's the 4th goal of the season for Matty Beniers. Ensuing face-off, controlled back by Seattle. Here come the Kraken back in. Puck flipped ahead, knocked away by Mikey Anderson. Anderson sends it down the wall. Kings turn it back over. 10 seconds to go in regulation. Freddie Gaudreau, right side, off the end boards. Anton Forsberg drops it off behind the net. There's the horn. We're going to overtime. The Kraken salvage a point and play for the extra when we come back. 2-2. Heading into OT on the Global Credit Union Kraken Audio Network.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing
There's
Company,
never
Golden,
been a
Colorado.
better time to have the Global Credit Card. Apply now for our 1.9% APR introductory offer and get ready to win 1 million reward points during our Million Points Mania giveaway. Starting November 17th, every purchase you make with the Global Credit Card is a chance to win. Use your points for a dream vacation or instant cash off at Walmart, Walgreens, or CVS. The choice is yours. To get started, visit globalcu.org or call 800-525-9094. Terms and conditions apply.
Hi, everybody. Jay Leno here. You know, I love doing live stand-up comedy. No politics, no lectures. I'm not giving you my opinion on every issue of the day. Just nothing but jokes. So come by, check it out, and we'll have a lot of fun. Oh, it's clean, too.
Jay Leno live on stage. Friday, April 24th, Legends Casino Hotel. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com or Legends Gift Shop. Don't miss Jay Leno live. Friday, April 24th, Legends Casino Hotel.
Come on by. Check out the show.
The magic of the season is coming to Muckleshoot Casino Resort. See Borealis, a spectacular holiday show on Sunday, December 21st at 5 p.m. Tickets for this all-ages show are on sale now at MuckleshootCasino.com. Don't miss the amazing artistry and awe-inspiring acrobatics of Borealis on December 21st at Muckleshoot Casino Resort.
minutes up on the overtime clock. We're tied at 2. It was Matty Beniers. 1936 of the third to give the Seattle Kraken that second goal of the game. We're tied going into the extra session.
Both sides with 10 shots on goal in that third period. Seattle ending with 32 and LA with 25.
Underway in overtime. Kings win the face-off. Seattle, though, steals it away. Kraken to the center circle. Chandler Stevenson turns back in his own end. Kraken going right to left here in overtime. Jordan Eberle through the logo. Right wing for Chandler Stevenson. Quentin Byfield seals off the angle. Stevenson to the line. Didn't like what he saw. He'll back out against Byfield. Eberle, center red line. Curls away from Kempe. Hands it off to Montour. Doughty watching him. Seattle will send 2 off the ice. 40 seconds gone in OT. Montour snakes his way to center. Into the offensive zone, left wing. Shane Wright bobbled the puck. Knocked down by Byfield. Beniers gets it back. Turns away left circle. Matty Beniers on the backhand. Hands it off to Montour. Near corner. Down the slot. Beniers couldn't get it on his stick clean enough as Kempe makes a miss. And a delayed penalty coming to the LA Kings. Quentin Byfield will slap it down the ice. And Seattle, with 3:55 to go in overtime, will have a power play.
Yeah, this is going to be a slash to Adrian Kempe.
LA 9 has 2 minutes for slashing.
The Kraken will play 4-on-3 for the next 2 minutes of this 3 minutes and 55 seconds of overtime that remains.
So we'll skate 4-on-3. Kempe will come back. We'll play 4-on-4 until the first whistle.
It's complicated. You got to write it down.
And then after that whistle,
this will be on the test.
We'll go back to 3-on-3.
Got it.
Chandler Stevenson face off left side against Kopitar, near circle in the King zone. Seattle wins it. Near line, Dunn walks to the middle. Left side, Eberle. Eberle back to Dunn in the high slot. Surveys the scene, will chip it back to Eberle left wing. Eberle to Tolman and across. Dunn gets it done in overtime. 3-2 Seattle.
Well, a great setup by Jordan Eberle, who feeds the puck over to Tolman. Tolman waits for Vince Dunn to get in position for a one-timer in the high slot. Slides it over to him. It's a bomb. Kraken win 3-2. Bring on the final Kings.
3-2 Kraken win in overtime. We'll come back with more on the Global Credit Union Kraken Audio Network.
The magic of the season is coming to Muckleshoot Casino Resort. See Borealis, a spectacular holiday show on Sunday, December 21st at 5 p.m. Tickets for this all-ages show are on sale now at muckleshootcasino.com. Don't miss the amazing artistry and awe-inspiring acrobatics of Borealis on December 21st at Muckleshoot Casino Resort.
At Global Credit Union, it's all about you. Sign up for direct deposit and you could get an early payday up to 3 days sooner. Need a loan? Here you'll discover competitive rates and lower fees than you might find elsewhere. Want to talk to a real person instead of a robot? You got it. With neighborhood branches near you